is a Sleep Number smart bed because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store, and now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Visit one of our 11 Orlando Sleep Number stores or visit sleepnumber.com.
It's No Pay November at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get Black Friday savings all month on every new and used car. And pay no money down, no interest financing, and no payments for 6 months. How can you say no? Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever, so hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich. Back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade. A refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
Dave Binion with Zero Res. Let us help you get ready for the holidays. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, we will give you 25% off your tile and grout cleaning. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state. It's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
As America's largest injury law firm, size is our strength. Morgan & Morgan.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind Studios. Why Kaufman & Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Real Radio. Real Radio. 104.1.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, November 13th, 2023. Lots to get to today. From This Is Fake News to San Francisco finally cleans up the streets and why the Marvels bombed at the box office. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Sealand.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Monday?
Good. I don't believe you.
No, I believe you today.
Oh,
you know,
my God, he never believes us.
I believe it. You had a little weekend there. I think you're recharged. You're ready to go. I got faith in you today.
All right.
I'm feeling it. How was Ireland, Sabrina? Welcome back.
Thank you. It was bad.
It was bad?
No, just kidding. It
Yeah, I
was
was gonna
incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
truly one of the coolest, most beautiful places I've ever been to in my life. I'm still recovering.
Did you get stuck in any of that flooding? I heard there was some flooding.
No, but I apparently just missed it. We had just either were there right before or right afterwards. I mean, it definitely rained quite a bit when I was there, and it was cold. But beyond that, beautiful.
While you were
Absolutely
there,
beautiful.
did you get to take a shot of whiskey at an actual Irish pub?
I drank my weight.
feel like she
in-
did a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot. And Guinness, too, man. So much Guinness, so much whiskey, and so much beef stew.
Do they serve the Guinness cold there, or is it a little on the warmer side?
It was cold.
Oh,
It was
okay.
very cold, but they were like, don't touch it. We pour it, you leave it sitting there for 3 minutes. It is not a proper pour unless it completely settles. It was
What?
the whole thing, yeah.
You had to sit there and wait?
Yeah, and it was worth it because it was delicious.
That's
I
a
mean,
whole thing, though. Even in the States, there's a proper way to pour a Guinness, and it's not the fastest thing in the world, but the Guinness reps will come and secret shopper you and make sure the bartenders are doing it right, because if you're just trying to turn and burn and get as many drinks out as possible and you're just pouring the Guinness as fast as you can,
Just give me my beer,
it's not
for
gonna taste
God's
the
sake.
same.
I'm not going to notice the difference. You think I got a good palate over here?
You're going to notice the difference, but they want it to be a specific way.
I'm not waiting 3 minutes for anything. Jesus, man. It was fun, though. Beautiful over there.
It was gorgeous. I've truly have never seen anything like that before in my life, and everyone was so effing nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like the entire country, just super, super nice. And then, I would assume they were nice because I didn't really understand what they were saying. Like very
It's a little
thick,
hard to pick up on them.
very thick Irish accents. But yeah, it was lovely. I really did have such a great time, and it was great with the family too.
Hey, how was that flight?
Oh, the flight was something else. How about full circle moment? I left at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was Dublin to Amsterdam. The first leg was about an hour and a half, and next to me is the star of Riverdance.
Michael Flatley?
Not Michael Flatley, the new guy, Patrick something.
Nobody knows who you are, Patrick.
Well, I did. I looked over. I'm like, wow, you look familiar. And then I did sneak a look at his phone, and he was writing an email, subject Riverdance. I'm like, I knew it. And I started Googling him, and there he was. And I was going to
He's
say,
big time over there, right?
yeah, beautiful calves, by the way. Makes sense. And so I was like, oh, that's a nice little ending to the Irish trip. I'm next to a river dancer. And then I was going to introduce myself. And I looked at my watch, and my flight that I had to get on was boarding as I was still in the air.
Oh,
so
no.
I got to do a little bit of sprinting, and then it was that 10-hour flight. And I met a really nice gentleman, and him and I got trashed on that plane. I took a little nappy, ate some food, and there
you
I
got a
was.
nap.
Oh,
Holy
I got a nap in,
cow.
yeah. It was 10 hours. Never been on such a long flight in my life. It was
Yeah.
wild.
It seems like forever, because it is. When
Yeah,
you're on
buddy.
a flight that long, you're like, oh my God, are we still on this plane right now?
It was insane. So I might if I would love to go back to Ireland, and I'm going to split it into 2 different flights that are just 4 hours long. or
Might be a
something.
little easier to digest that way.
You didn't
All
happen
right.
to try and go to Casey's while you were there, did you?
I didn't. It was not. It was not close enough,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But that's the plan for next time. I'll tell you what.
It would have been crazy because while you were there, I'm pretty sure I saw on Facebook that a good friend of mine who has been playing in Central Florida for years and years, somebody I used to, I still look up to very well, and he's played at all of the Casey's.
Oh,
so
really?
he took a trip to Ireland and was playing at the one there, and I was like, man, if
bitch.
Sabrina ran into Ron Betts, that would be
Go
that would
Ronnie
be
Betts?
it would be a coincidence.
It would be, well, maybe next time I'll run into Ronnie. Who knows?
Well, you got the Riverdance guy, so you checked that one off the list.
And I drove.
Oh, you drove there? How was it?
Oh, it was a wild time. The roads in Ireland are insane. They are as big as a car. You think that it's like tight for us when we're on I-4. When you are in Ireland, it is the size of a car, and then they have this sign that's a squiggly line, like almost like a lightning bolt. That means you have a 90-degree turn coming up down a mountain, and then there's goats in the middle of the road. It was cool.
What'd you do? You just rented a car, or?
Yeah, rented a car to travel from Cliffs of Moher to Killarney, and then Killarney to the Ring of Kerry, which was gorgeous, and then to Dublin. It was like I drove like 12 hours. I'm invincible.
Jesus. It's so weird that you could come to a country for the first time and they'll just rent you a car.
Right.
Like, because you're licensed in a different country. Like, my friend's parents lived in Germany and his mom got a driver's license there. She got a German driver's license. Those things are expensive as hell. It costs a lot of money to get a driver's license over there. And that's why, like, they treat it a little more cautiously. Like, they don't drink and drive as much because they know they're out like a couple grand if they lose their license.
Well, Jeff on YouTube says, did you get an upgrade on any of your flights?
No, they wouldn't let me do it. I asked, and they're like, we typically do it 90 minutes before the flight, and you're here 5 minutes before. I'm like, pretty please? No. And but it worked out just fine. It was a great flight anyways. The seat next to me was empty, so.
MFQ said, did you pick up an accent while you were in Ireland?
I started to a little bit.
It's probably impossible not to.
Tank, yeah. And then I started like to try to do the accent, and it went very Jamaican, so I stopped myself as to not embarrass.
There's a lot of similarities in the some of the Irish dialect and the Jamaican.
But it was cool, man. You guys should go.
Yeah, I would love to sometime. It looks beautiful. I saw a lot of the photos and stuff on Instagram that you were posting. It looked very, very cool. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And I'm not assuming that Sabrina's caught up on this, but maybe you are. Did you watch the latest episode of The Golden Bachelor?
Wait, was there another one like last night?
There was, well, the one I'm talking about is the one where they did like the women tell all style thing.
I just caught up on it. Oh, so great.
Did you see this as well, C-Lane?
I have seen it, yes.
Okay, well, there's the moment that we're going to start with is from that show, so let's see what happened.
I have lower GI seriousness.
This is great.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, the dinner was delicious, by the way.
Everybody's farting.
1 second.
My God.
You were saying?
It's ridiculous, man. They were all blaming each other's food for making all the old ladies in the house
guacamole.
gassy.
No, it was the meatballs.
They were yelling at each other as to who caused every woman in the Golden Bachelor house to be gassy, and they were just ripping farts left and right, these ladies. That one from the lady at the end.
That was 40 seconds long of a fart.
She does all but just like lift up her leg while she's doing it.
Hold on a second.
That sounds like a small car starting. There was a lot behind that. Very, very powerful. Also, this weekend, a lot of sports action going on out there on the football fields of America. Did you see, I don't know what stadium it was, but I kept seeing this video. Man, it was something else. They had at this particular football stadium, and you guys tell me which one it is because I'm sure somebody in chat will know. But I watched this time-lapse video, and they were removing the roof on the arena where they were playing on the stadium.
Wait, like rolling it back, that convertible style?
Yeah.
They weren't just demoing the roof of the stadium.
No. Like it was retractable, and they were pulling the retractable roof in.
Retraction.
And the roof completely retracts, right? And then it comes to the center of the stadium, and then the roof, the thing that is retracted, tucks itself into the jumbotron.
Whoa.
And like the retracted roof tucks itself into the jumbotron, so it's like perfectly open and clean and clear up there.
Basically, what you're saying is the stadium is a giant transformer.
It is. It was amazing to see that. I thought that was absolutely crazy, but there was some chaos during the Pittsburgh Steelers Green Bay Packers game when one of the players, this was in the final seconds of the game, he went off the sideline and ended up hitting one of the coaches who was on the sideline, and it was just a brawl that erupted from this. So a lot of people are talking about this morning. Here he goes, out of bounds, hits the coach.
Damn.
Coach gets just tanked. He just clips his ass, and the coach hits the ground. And then now this guy, this Green Bay Packer, is on the Pittsburgh Steelers sideline with all the players surrounding him. And it's just chaos. The Packers start running over, and absolute pandemonium.
The Packers,
I don't know,
that are on the Steelers.
I think he's going to argue that he couldn't get out of, or he couldn't stop himself when he got out of bounds there. But man, he hit him pretty hard. It had a huge fight that broke out. And then there was another incident with the Dallas Cowboys, of course, where one of the players got ejected after kicking the Giants player, Justin Pugh, right in the groin. He just full-fledged, walloped him right in the groin. And he'll end up getting one of those FedEx fines for doing that. So that's what was happening out there with football, and a whole lot more, of course.
They're saying in the chat room that the stadium you're talking about was in Germany.
Oh, is that where it was?
German Frankfurt games, probably.
That's right. I forgot they played one of the games in Germany this weekend. It was cool to see the stadium do that. I've never seen anything like that before.
It's been fun when they do these. I know some of the people in fantasy kind of get super annoyed by these super early games that are played overseas because they got to set their lineup differently, and they, it's anything to like throw you off your normal schedule kind of messes with you. But it's been fun to like watch the people rearrange their plans because their team is playing at 9:30 in the morning, and they're like, okay, we have to show up to a bar at 8:30 in the morning, and by noon you're just like tanked.
Yeah. I think it's interesting also to see the fans in the other countries watching football live and watching the NFL, like a bunch of Germans just packing the stadium.
Well, they were playing American football in the Irish pubs.
Oh yeah, they were. So like just like you were in a bar here, you would go, and the NFL games were on there.
Yeah, it was cool. I was like, that's from my country, you know.
That's what we do where I come from.
I think it's like a win-win for the National Football League because you get the people that live overseas that normally wouldn't have a chance to go to a game or see a game like this in person, and then you have like all the diehard fans that like want to go on a trip, and they go, you know what? Let's like add in seeing our favorite team play while we're overseas. Our boss was over at one of them because his wife made it on TV.
Oh, really? No way. Yeah. I mean, I think that would be very cool if you're a huge fan of one of the teams. When we come back, we got to talk about the Marvels Open this weekend. Did not do as well as they were hoping, and they said it was the lowest box office opening for one of these Marvel movies. But the question is, why? Why was that the case? Is it because people are just over all this crap and on for something else? They're ready to get a different type of movie as opposed to all these damn comic book movies every single weekend that we've been seeing? Or is it something else entirely? We'll explore that and hear from you with your dispatches. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You're listening to Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope the start to your week is going great on this Monday. And right now, if you're behind the wheel on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays due to incidents. The first, OBT southbound at Jones Avenue. That's in Mount Dora. Give yourself extra time there. Also, an incident reported on Alafaya Trail eastbound after Chapman at Kerrigan Avenue, and also Pine Hills Road north of Clarkona Ocoee Road. Beside that, your usual delay eastbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, want to thank Mills Air for being a sponsor of the show. They've been around for a long time, and I'm so happy to tell you about them because I know if there's a problem with your AC, you might be in freak-out mode, you just start panicking. What do I do? How expensive is this going to be? Dollar signs in front of your eyes. But this is a company that I tell you about because I know the experience is going to be great for you. They're going to put you at ease. Their techs are the absolute best in the business. These are professionals, people who know what they're doing, and they could fix any kind of air conditioning that you may have. So when they come out, they'll explain it to you in simple terms so you know what's wrong with your air conditioner. Or you can have them come out twice a year or quarterly for preventative maintenance so you don't run into these big issues. If you've got a major problem and you need a new AC, this could actually be a good thing. The Carrier units that they have are incredibly efficient, and they could save you a lot on your power bill. In fact, your Mills Air technician can show you how much it's going to save you, and it could be a great deal for you all around. They could also get you to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Whoa, what happened to my grocery store?
This is your grocery store.
No, this is
a farmer's market?
Yes.
Any grocery store is like a farmer's market when you shop Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida brings the farmer's market to wherever you buy groceries. Look for our logo or ask for Fresh from Florida.
Save time and money with the PVC Fence in a Box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet starting at $22.60. Go to fenceoutlet.com today for more information and store locations. License numbers C10252 and C10803.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with Rapid Dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Let's talk turkey. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. With the holidays coming, I need your help. I'm stuffed with cars like a Thanksgiving Day bird. I need to liquidate my inventory now. So quit driving the old car you hate cold turkey and treat yourself to a nicer, newer car for just $1 down. Plus, we'll pay $5,000 over appraised value. Even if you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $8,000 more than it's worth. We have used cars from just $69 per month and new cars from just $149 per month. Is your credit fried? My dealer next door credit approval process butters up the bankers to help you get approved. You could drive a better car today for just $1 down. And we'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value. That could get you a brand new 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage for only $14,900. Or a 2024 Outlander top safety pick for only $25,900. I'm RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. And I'm your car dealer next door. Online at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase at listed price. Negative equity may affect amount financed.
You have allergies and you need relief, but you're tired of taking over-the-counter meds. Maybe you
thought, I don't have time to deal with it, and is there really a better solution out there? We've got you covered. And trust me when I say it's easier than you think. The most common thing we hear, I wish I would have come sooner. Set an appointment today with Aspire Allergy and Sinus and say goodbye to allergies. For good. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment. That's AspireAllergy.com.
If you lease your car and you've tried to sell it but can't get the process completed due to harsh restrictions from the lease company, don't sweat it. GiveMeTheVin.com is not only America's best car buyer, we're also America's best lease buyer. Just go to GiveMeTheVin.com and put your info into our super short form. We'll automatically make an instant offer that's weighed against your lease payoff, so you can get your lease funded and whammo, you're all good. All at GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best lease buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. We'll take you all the way back to Dancing with the Stars Season 1 and up through today for all the dance floor drama. Next question with Katie Couric. Katie brings the thoughtful, inquisitive, relatable style to a slew of new and intimate conversations with some of the most fascinating and innovative people in news, politics, and pop culture. The Uppity Knitter Podcast with Saida Garrett, featuring musicians that Saida is friends with discussing their interesting and unusual hobbies. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. C-A-S-H. That's cash. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the
And you can always email the show. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com goes right into my inbox, and whatever you have to say can go over there. That's much appreciated. I know at the box office this weekend, we were talking about this last week because it was tracking so poorly, and I guess the movie cost a boatload of monies to make, and the Marvels did not do well.
I'm very surprised. I mean, their movies do so well all the time.
They tend to make a lot of money. They also
not-
tend to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm not that surprised that it didn't do well because, like, leading up to it, it was kind of shaky. At first, it was like, out of nowhere, there's a new movie called The Marvels. And I was like, all right, this wasn't a very clever name, Marvel. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. And then it was just like, I've seen a bunch of trailers, but none of them have really gathered my attention. I don't know what it's about. And so leading up to the movie's release, we were like, hey, we think this is going to bomb. And then there was a little like twinkle of hope that was like, no, it's really good. Just kidding, it bombed.
Yeah, it didn't work out well. Dave on YouTube says, go woke, go broke. And I think that's missing the mark here because I don't know that there was anything really political about this movie.
Yeah. What was the woke part?
I don't know. Maybe Brie Larson is kind of like that sometimes. I'm hearing a big echo of myself right now.
Same. It sounds like you're in a can.
Yes, it sounded very, very
strange. Is there another
strange.
mic on?
I don't know.
It's gone now.
Okay, that fixed it. So Brie Larson is kind of like that, but I don't think the movie was like that. I think C-Lane is exactly right, and I think it dovetails with another issue. I think people are just kind of over it. They're like, they've seen all these comic book movies for decades now, and they've seen it all, and they're ready for something else, which is why when anything new is attempted, it seems to draw some eyeballs in and get some asses in the seats. But the Marvels only brought in $47 million, the lowest in franchise history. They thought that it was going to open between 75 and 80, and so it landed at 47. That's very bad.
Where are my Marvel heads? I want to know, is this a continuation of something? Like,
I think it moves off of the previous Miss Marvel movie that Brie Larson was in, and that one opened at $150 million. Captain Marvel, yeah. Yeah, that one opened at $150 million. So this is obviously way down from that. Amy on YouTube says exactly, Wasson, oversaturation. I think that was one of the big problems, but I think C-Lane is exactly right. I saw the trailer for this movie probably, I'm not exaggerating, a dozen times because it was airing before every single movie in the theater, and we go to see a bunch of movies. So I saw it so many times, and I have no idea what it's about. I have no idea who half the characters are. There's like 2 big other characters in the movie. I've never heard of them before in my life.
You have to watch the other ones.
I watched the other one. I saw the previous movie. These are like new characters, I think.
Is Samuel L. Jackson in this one?
I think he's barely in it, but they redid the trailer at the last minute to put like characters that weren't even in the movie in there to try to get people to go see this thing.
Try to Drew Barrymore it.
I guess. When did she do that?
The Scream movie, like all the trailers were like Drew Barrymore, star. Spoiler alert: she dies immediately.
She lasts like 4 minutes in that movie, right?
Oh, there was another movie I watched, like a rom-com or something, and they put, I guess. On the thumbnail or whatever, on the official graphic for the movie, Bobby Flay was like on the graphic, like he was going to star in it. He was in it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, they do that all the time to get tricky. They did that with a lot of the Bruce Willis stuff too, especially when he was getting sicker and sicker. And Bruce Willis would be on the cover of this movie, and he'd be out there everywhere. And then you watch the movie, and because he couldn't barely talk, he's only in like 4 or 5 minutes of the movie. That's all they could get him for. But with this, they just put together a trailer. Trailer now. That is the biggest problem for me. There's so many movie trailers that suck. Either I watch it and I go, I have no idea what that movie is about. Or even worse, I watch a movie trailer. It's like 2.5 minutes long, and I feel like I just watched the movie.
Right.
I feel like I saw the beginning, I saw the middle, and I saw the end of the movie. And now I'm going, well, why am I going to watch this thing? You've revealed too much. It's like the art of making movie trailers is just broken right now. People used to be good at this, and you'd watch it and you go, oh, that looks pretty interesting. That's a novel new idea. I'll go see that.
Do you think that there's somebody whose job it is solely to make movie trailers?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think there's somebody who does that, and then they work with somebody like the guy Ryder that we had on the show, the voice guy. And then
In a World. That's what we're missing. That's when trailers were good. They don't have the In a World guy anymore this summer.
And you know what the In a World guy did?
What?
He explained the damn movie to us.
One
Told us,
girl, one guy, not woke.
And in this movie trailer, I watched it all of those times, and I had no idea what the Marvels was about, and I didn't care at all. Was not drawn to it in the slightest. That's a failure. Now, I heard that the movie's not great either. Like, the plot is really loose, and there's some stuff in there that looked like they slammed it together at the last minute. I guess they knew they had some problems, and they did a bunch of reshoots and tried to fix it and patch it together, but it just doesn't hold up. That part doesn't even really matter. As long as you get people to the movie to see it in the first place, you can make the money in the opening weekend before word gets around that it sucks. But if nobody's interested to begin with because your trailer is garbage, what do you got there? I took it with the same exact way Sealand did. Watched that thing and I said, I don't know. I think people switch bodies or something. I think there's some people I've never seen before, and
I'm getting
Brie
a lot
Larson's
of text.
in space.
Yes, because she can do it all as Captain Marvel. But it's a continuation from Captain Marvel, which was a movie, Miss Marvel, the TV series, and WandaVision, which was TV series. So that's probably why it was a bit confusing, because you have to watch the TV show versus
You have to know
the movies.
Yeah, you have to know too much about the Marvel universe for the average person to be roped into that.
Yeah, I'm still going to watch it when someone downloads it for me, for sure.
Yeah, Sealand, get on that, Sealand, all right? The Marvels bringing in only $47 million this weekend, which for some people, they're like, that sounds like a lot of money. But for these movies, they're supposed to make a lot more than that since they cost so much. In comparison, The Incredible Hulk in 2008 made 55, Ant-Man made 57, Captain America 65, Thor 65, and Eternal 71. And all of those are seen as kind of failures in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're not putting up the big numbers of your Spider-Mans, I guess, and some of those other ones that, Avengers would be a real big one, obviously, because that was absolutely massive. Let us know what you think, why you think the movie failed. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. Alicia says, yes, bring back the old school trailers with a voiceover. Anything, just something that makes sense. I'm telling you, either you give away the whole movie or I have no clue what I'm supposed to go watch. I don't understand that. Christina says, there was nothing woke about this movie. It was female leads, so people freak out.
Oh, God. Well, what's next?
That does impact things, though. I think Marvel movies are heavily leaning towards guys who buy the tickets. And if you do that, you might have guys who aren't as interested in the female characters. And so they don't go to see that movie, which is why I bet they made that last-minute trailer. And they're like, look, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. And here's Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, look at all these guys. Here's Captain America. And they tried to like get people on the hook for that.
The Captain Marvel and I believe WandaVision, they were part of the actual comics. So that shouldn't be a huge surprise to Marvel fans if they're actual fans.
Yeah, but you got to get the normies to bring in a lot of money. You have to get people who aren't like me. I don't know. I've never even seen WandaVision.
WandaVision was good.
Yeah.
I've seen Captain Marvel. I saw that. It was okay. But I didn't see any of the other stuff that would have been the backstory for watching this and going, oh, I want to see what happens next. Let us know what you think with the Dispatch. We'll get to those in a moment. Tipping culture is leaving Americans confused, says an article that's making the rounds today all over the social medias.
Facebook,
and I agree.
Twitter, y'all see this?
I had 2 instances this weekend where I was like, man, what's happening here? I did this like highway robbery. One was Cordy and I went to Kobe, which is a teppanyaki steakhouse. Is that what you call that? You know, you got the guy in front of you.
Hibachi.
Yeah, like hibachi style steakhouse. And we go there.
I saw Courtney's story. That was one of the highest onion mountains I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, that guy was an overachiever as far as onion volcano style.
Let me tell you something. That guy was crazy.
What do you mean?
He freaked everybody out. It was like really awkward. He goes up to the table. All right. So when you're doing this hibachi, there's like probably 8 people or something around our table, maybe 10 people around the table. And you wait for a little while before the chef comes up to put on the show and cook the food.
And you're starving.
He comes up and he's on an 11. And he goes, is it anybody's birthday today? And the parents next to me said, it's her birthday. It's Nicole's birthday. And she's kind of shy and like hiding down. And he goes, Nicole!
Oh, God.
And she like slinks down in her seat and she's about to cry. He scared her.
And then he grabbed the water bottle and just sprayed her right in the eyes.
and he just kept screaming. The guy, like, it was so uncomfortable.
Sir, can you stop screaming, please?
It was so weird and uncomfortable.
Just make the heart out of the rice and let's go.
And then, you know, they do the thing where they take the eggs out and they kind of spin them around and like chop them and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, egg roll.
I swear to God, I think he was hammered. I think because he was just like smashing them and eggshells were going all over the place. And he was crazy, man.
I kind of want to see this live.
Oh, my God. He was so intense, this guy. Oh, boy.
That's better than my last one where it was Puerto Rican Joe and he was like, oh, arigato. I was like, Joe, come on.
We also went through that thing again where they do like the smiley face on the grill in front of them with butter or egg yolk or whatever they use. And when they're doing that, then they make the eyes slanted and they go, oh, Chinese. And you go, am I supposed to?
Both of you guys.
What?
My name's Sabrina Ambra. I have nothing to do with what just happened.
That's what they do. They do that every time. And when they do the slanty-eyed thing, I'm like,
guys,
he's
how many
doing
people
it.
I told about the show? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be back Monday. Be sure to tune in. Now I have to explain it to them.
Well, look, I'm telling you, this is what happens at these places. And I'm always like, what's my reaction here? I feel like you're allowed to do that. It was louder than that even. It was so loud. He screeched at this poor girl.
The food was great, but the guy was screaming at us.
And her mom is like, oh my God, she's going to cry. She's upset. She's going to cry.
Why would you take her to Kobe for
I don't know.
birthday dinner? It
was maybe her 12th birthday or something like that. She was a little girl, and it was so friggin' uncomfortable after that. Oh, Chinese! I don't like how fast you are with these now. Oh, Chinese! That's what they do. They say it that way. And I think
fire department.
If you, man, there's more of those.
The fire department.
There is something that happens where, like, let's say a black guy comes up to me.
Oh,
all right?
Let's not.
What's wrong with that?
Are you about to do an impression of a black man, Sean?
No, a black guy comes up to me and we're talking, and then he says a joke, a black joke, a joke about black people. He's allowed to do that, right? I'm fine with that. So I feel like, if the Asian guy does the Asian joke, I'm kind of stuck in the middle where I'm like, if I laugh, am I the one that's out of line here? But he's an Asian guy. It's on him to do this. I don't know.
But it's just slightly uncomfortable when the chef is not of Asian descent.
Mm-hmm. I still laughed.
Although the first time we talked about that, when I had just been there and just had the Puerto Rican chef, there was a lot of people chiming in telling me like, oh, that happens all the time. You just don't notice it because a lot of the chefs are like Vietnamese. So they're not Japanese. And they'll be like, oh, teach us something in Japanese. The guy's like, I'm Vietnamese. Calm down. Like, just go with it.
I think some of their names are fake, too, because on the wall at the Kobe, they have, like, all their little pictures, and they have their names by them. And
Steve.
it's like, no, it's like Mitsubishi and stuff. There's, like, all kinds of names like that. I kid you not. I'll take a picture of it next time. I'm not just making this up. There was, like, all sorts of names on there where it seemed like, I don't know what's going on. Anyhow, back to the tipping. So we go there. And
that was a long tangent.
We get a great meal, as we always do. It's fun to go to Kobe, and it's like dinner and a show. And then the meal comes, the check comes. Nicole is full. She's ready to go. We're ready to go too. And I look down at the check, and they automatically add like a big tip to it. Like they automatically
assuming
add a
that
certain...
you were like all one giant party?
No, just Courtney and I, our bill alone. If you look on the menu, it says they automatically add gratuity to the bill, but then they put double gratuity on there. So there's like another line, for you to sign for another thing of gratuity. And then the other trick that they've been doing, they used to have, you guys would know this better than me. You know when you get your receipt and they give you like some example tips you can be?
Right, they do the math for you.
And it would be like a 12% tip or a 14% tip or a 16% tip. Now those numbers have jumped. The highest one is like a 24% tip that they show you, how much that would be if you added to the bill. And it's just like they brought that up and you go, you're not paying any attention.
Well, I wonder if part of that is like, if they put that on there, say this is a situation where there is no automatic gratuity and they put your suggested tips. I think like, in the suggested tip thing, if the lowest one's 12%, that might say to a person who's not used to tipping, like say they're from overseas, or they're just they're stupid and they're not used to going out to eat sometimes. Like I think they might go, oh, well, among these suggestions, the lowest is 12%. That must mean 12% is acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's shoot low there. Or some people feel pressured to the highest one.
I'll tell you what, Ireland, no tipping over there.
None.
It wasn't until like I was in the like touristy towns that one bartender had mentioned to me after I grabbed the tab for the table. It's like, by the way, gratuity's not included. And I'm like, I thought it wasn't included anywhere.
Was it more expensive, though?
No, I found the food and drinks to be very reasonable. Like, even probably cheaper than some restaurants here.
It's weird, though, because if you don't do that, like Ireland doesn't do tipping in most places, you're just used to that, and so that's fine. If you do the tipping side of things, it's like so intertwined in our culture now. Got to take a quick break.
No.
When we come back, we'll hear from you. Nicole will join us on the show as well, give her side of the story. And the Secret Service is in trouble. What happened? Wait until you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Twitter. It's not just for dragging people. It's mostly real radio, just for dragging people. 104.1. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hi, everybody. Good Monday to you. Jamie King with you now in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you had a great weekend. Back out of here for you on this Monday. We look for mostly cloudy, breezy conditions. Northeast winds at 10 to 20. Got some passing showers. Possibility really at any time today. 30 to 40% coverage, so maybe have the umbrella handy just in case. Looks like we're cloudy, cool tonight. Showers for the evening and overnight. Chances still hold steady, 30 to 40%. Tuesday rain chance 30% with a high at 78. For Fox 35, a Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Nations Trucks has earned their reputation as Central Florida's most trusted used truck dealer. So take your pick. They've got the largest selection of the highest quality, lowest price pre-owned trucks in all of the state of Florida. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all and more. They got your work trucks, lifted trucks, diesels, 4x4s, whatever you're looking for, they are going to have you covered. And with approved credit, you don't make any payments for 90 days. So visit them now. Go online, head up nationstrucks.com and check out their amazing inventory of badass trucks, or just go down and see them in person. Go to Sanford, 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich, back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade, a refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Temperature is getting low, but demand remaining high? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Never make it in.
gone full stupid. My God. I saw this, and Celine, this is right in front of me here, so everybody who's watching can take a look. Somebody said, I was just asked to tip a hotel booking website. And on the screen, right before you book your deal that you lock in, it says, wait, before you book this trip, leave a $6 tip for saving you $57.36. Your support helps us deliver the best in hotel deals. I'm tipping the website now.
And look what else they're doing there. If you are the type of person who is just trying to jam through this process and go, hey, I'm just trying to get this done.
Click.
You're clicking. The button that says add $6 tip looks like the most likely button to take you to the next screen.
Yep. Yeah, and the other one's kind of like, it doesn't even look like a button.
So tiny right there.
Yeah.
The website's asking you for tips. That's when you got some signs in front of you.
Damn computer, man.
Yeah, a little bit dumb. And I think maybe we should push back on this a bit.
I think it's quite unfortunate that the person who posted this tweet or X or whatever we're calling them these days did not say what company this is, what website it was.
It's true. Yeah, they didn't mention. Maybe it's in the comments somewhere, but they just said it was a hotel booking website. And as you check out, they're asking you for a tip. Can I get $6 extra for the robots back here who have gotten this savings for you? Please and thank you. Real quick before we get to what's happening with the Secret Service, because this is just kind of unfolding right now, and it's an interesting story, so we'll peek into that. But we've been talking about these Tesla Cybertrucks, which I think are just hideously ugly, and don't actually off-road all that well from some of the video demos that I've seen, but they are hitting the streets. I saw a black one. I've seen most of them are all like just silver, I guess you would say. It's like a silver-colored truck.
Are they as ugly in person?
I haven't seen one in person yet, but I've seen people driving them in videos, so I know they're making the rounds. And I didn't even know there was a black one. It was an option, but I saw that. It looks a little better in black. But they're ugly, and they're clunky, and they're weird. And now there's a new thing to be pissed off about with the Tesla Cybertruck. I don't know if this is a truth with other cars out there, but I guess when you're signing all the paperwork for your new Tesla Cybertruck, you sign this thing that says you can't sell it within a year. You're not allowed to sell the vehicle.
Why?
Or you could get sued for $50,000 or more. So it's a clause, and it's in the contract. It says, Tesla really doesn't want the new owners to flip the EV pickup trucks. The clause says the trucks cannot be resold within the first year of ownership without Tesla's explicit written permission. Anyone who violates the clause may be sued for $50,000 or more, Tesla warns, and also could be barred from buying future Tesla vehicles. The specific wording of the terms indicates any Tesla may demand liquidated damages from you in the amount of $50,000 or the value received as consideration for the sale or transfer, whichever is greater. I don't know if I've ever heard that before, where you go out and buy a new car.
So many damn rules with Teslas.
I guess that's legal. We'd have to run that by Moses because you're signing the contract. But everything else, every other car you buy, I would imagine if you wanted to just turn around and sell it the next day, you could sell the car.
They said they wanted liquidated damages. What would be the damages? Like, basically, you made money off the car that they didn't. So basically, like you scalped a car.
Mm-hmm.
And you made money that they didn't, so they want that money?
I guess Tesla is saying because this is like limited, the amount of these trucks are going to be out there, they don't want them to inflate the marketplace by driving up secondary market values on these vehicles. So like concert tickets.
I guess in that case, they think they're being nice to the person who really wants the truck.
But the person who really wants the truck would just pay whatever the hell they wanted for it, I guess.
Yeah, but they're saying like you mentioned concert tickets. Like they're saying, hey, we don't want we want the people who are buying these from us to be the people who want them, not the people who just want to make a quick few grand.
Right.
And so I
remember these were the trucks that people put deposits on like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It was a while ago. They came out and they said, it's going to be done very soon. We'll have these out there to you. And it says, I love this line. Tesla says it may decide certain owners have a good enough reason that they should be allowed to sell their Cybertrucks. in which case the automaker will buy them back and will deduct.
Oh, good. I can take my truck to Tesla court and try to make my case for why I want to sell it.
Imagine you buy the Tesla truck and you go completely bankrupt and you're like, please, I'm dying. Just let me sell this stupid clunky truck so I can pay my bills and my mortgage. No, we've decided on the council, we're not going to do it for you. So there you go. Beware if you're out there buying one of those cyber trucks from Tesla. The Secret Service involved in an incident this morning. This was with Biden's granddaughter.
No.
And from what I could tell, there was a carjacking that happened, and the Secret Service members opened fire on the carjackers who got, I guess, concerningly close to Biden's granddaughter. And they're just now starting to reveal what's happening with this. So let's listen. And here's Fox 5 talking about this story.
Secret Service agents protecting Joe Biden's granddaughter apparently opened fire last night in Georgetown after 3 people tried to break into a Secret Service vehicle. Agency tweeted out this statement just a couple of minutes ago about the incident, saying agents assigned to protect Naomi Biden were out.
I'm going to read the statement. I'm not going to have him do it. Let's see what it says. It says, preliminary statement on use of force from the United States Secret Service. On November 12th, around 11:58 p.m. in the Georgetown neighborhood of Washington, D.C., Secret Service agents encountered possibly 3 individuals breaking a window on a parked and unoccupied government vehicle. During this encounter, a federal agent discharged a service weapon, and it's believed no one was struck. The officers immediately fled the scene in a red vehicle, and a regional lookout was issued to supporting units. There was no threat to any of the protectees, that would be Biden's granddaughter, and the incident is being investigated by the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department and the Secret Service. So something went down with this person or these people trying to steal this car, and a Secret Service agent fired off their weapon at one point during the incident. Could have been a little bit more dicey had anybody been in there. Russell said it was unoccupied. They were stealing an empty car. I wonder why, if that is the case, there was a need to fire off a round by the Secret Service officers. Or did they just do it to scare them out of there or something? And they haven't said that in any of the initial reports that they've issued here.
When you hear these stories, doesn't it make you think that, like, if you were in any of these type of jobs, law enforcement, Secret Service, something where you're carrying a firearm, doesn't it sound like anytime you shoot that thing, you're in for a pile of paperwork?
Yeah, you gotta. Oh no, I gotta file out some forms here. Yeah, I think that is probably the way this goes, like red tape crazy. But they fired a bullet off for some reason. We'll see why. I'm sure there'll be more info about that soon. All right, we want to hear from you. Your dispatches, first ones of the day, will be worked in right after we come back. Also, we got Amy Kaufelt from Fox 35 joining us. We'll see what's happening in her world and around the world as we touch on the news. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
Holiday magic.
is just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. At Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, better sleep and unmissable deals are a sure bet. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get your new bed with fast and free delivery. Don't miss the Black Friday sale at Mattress Firm.
Real Radio wants to provide you with a little holiday magic.
Holiday magic.
Holiday magic in the form of $1,000 13 times a day. Listen for the keyword to win $1,000 weekly from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do it on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer your phone from a number that you most likely will not recognize when they call back the winner, because that's how you get some
Holiday magic.
This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
My friends at Mills Air have been in business since 1992 right here in Central Florida. Over 30 years.
they're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer, turn to the experts. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now up to $1,275 in rebates. Go to millsair.com.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
What key is tonight going to be played in? Well, that's entirely up to you and your spirit. Over here at Wild Turkey, we're opting for something that rings true and can reverberate for ages. A little 101. Wild Turkey 101 has been pleasing crowds for decades with its iconic rich flavor. Crafted with generations of know-how and the finest ingredients. Wild Turkey. Trust your spirit. Wild Turkey Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Copyright 2023 Campari America, New York, New York. Never compromise, drink responsibly.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Orlando's newest entertainment destination is now open. Primrose Lanes welcomes you to our restaurant and bowling club. Visit primroselanes.com to reserve your lane and join us for happy hour every weekday at 4 p.m. for half-off cocktails.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's music to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551. Text the word music to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This is the News Junkie.
So from Fox 35,
Hey, man.
hey there.
Hey. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe C-Lane is back.
I know. Yeah, we had a couple of weeks without him, but now he's back on the show. He's got a new baby, and he's figuring it out as he goes. You have any tips for him at all?
C-Lane, are you sleeping? I just want to know. I want a little bit of an update.
She's real low.
Yeah, your volume's very low if there's anything.
My volume is low?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh.
We can read lips.
Like this. Can you hear me better? Is better? Or are you going into the microphone?
A tiny bit.
A little. Aw. All right, I'm going to have Casey come back over and see if he can adjust the audio so you
but
guys can hear me better.
God,
But,
that camera's so good.
I want to hear how sleep is going.
Okay, how's sleep going? Well, they fixed that, Sealand.
Sleep is going better than you'd think because we got a really nice little baby rocker thing. It's a smart baby rocker. And the baby will stay asleep for like a good 3 hours at a time when it wants to. Other times when it's awake, it just cries a lot.
You're still using the word it. You're still doing it.
I know. I'm really bad at that.
He was telling me about this, the bassinet that he has, and apparently, and to think like when we were babies, our parents had to like actually, I don't know, hold us and then had the mobile. It says when the baby starts to cry, it'll like the white noise will get louder, and like it will shake the baby in a more violent way until it falls back asleep. Violent might have not been the greatest word to use.
That's not a good word, Sabrina.
Oh, there we go.
We can hear you better now.
Do I sound better?
Yeah.
Okay, Casey just came over to fix here. Casey, come say hi to everybody.
Casey.
Hi, Casey. There he is.
You're the best.
Yeah, it sounds a little different, but it's okay. We can get through this.
Does it sound tinny?
A little bit, yeah. But how was your weekend? How is everything with you, Amy?
It was good. It was good. I spent the whole weekend in St. Pete. Caroline had a water polo tournament this weekend, so we went over there and had a great time. But it was crazy. So I left yesterday morning. First of all, I-4 is awful. I hate it. Every time I get on it. You know what? Here's the deal. This is what drives me crazy. There's always traffic, but there are never any crashes. So I'm like, what is the problem? Like, just go. Like, move forward. Why is there so much congestion?
I don't know.
When there's never a crash. It's bizarre.
Yeah, that happens every single time we try to jump on the interstate, and you're like looking for the. And here's the thing: I'm not saying that I want there to be an accident there, but at least you get the payoff, the reasoning for why you've been held up in traffic for all this time. Otherwise, you don't get anything out of it, and you're just sitting there waiting. It's always like that. Oh, well,
always.
What is grabbing your attention today, Amy Caulfield?
Well, a couple big things. So this actually just happened within the last few minutes. We got word that Deborah Bowie has resigned from the One Pulse Foundation. And for any of your listeners who are not from the Orlando area, the One Pulse Foundation was the organization that was created following the massacre that happened in 2016 at Pulse nightclub in downtown Orlando. And so this organization was created to try to basically build some type of memorial or museum for the 49 victims who were killed that day. But really, as you guys know, since the city has taken over and said, you know what, we're just going to buy the land where this happened.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to build some type of memorial on that land, which was sort of the original plan or what they originally wanted to do. There's just been a lot of issues, a lot of resignations, people stepping down. They already spent a lot of the money that was donated on plans to build sort of this huge grand museum.
Yeah.
And now that plan is off the table. So now this is sort of the next domino to fall in this particular story that we've been following for a long time now. So again, Deborah Bowie has stepped down from her position as executive director of One Pulse Foundation.
Yeah, and you know what I think a lot of people were kind of just scratching their heads at and angry about is like millions and millions of dollars was poured into this organization for people who watched the coverage of what happened with Pulse and were impacted by it and felt like they wanted to help out in some way. And it's like, where did that money go? What came of that? There is no memorial. The thing that they wanted to build was, like you said, like a monstrosity, where I think the vibe I'm getting from some of the people who are closely involved in this is they want something simple. They want something that can remember the people who died during Pulse, but it doesn't need to be a $50 million building necessarily.
Right. And they wanted something that I think was comforting to visit, right? The victims and their families didn't want to go to a museum where they had to relive the nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't want to see sort of photographs of, of what it looked like that night and sort of the chaos and how horrific it was for everybody. What they wanted was something peaceful where they could remember their loved ones and not be traumatized when they go to visit it.
Yeah, and I don't blame her for that either. I think this whole thing has been quite the scandal, and people are finally kind of paying attention to this because the folks involved who were pulling a lot of money out of this and everybody's emotions were hiding behind the greatest shield ever. You don't want to say anything bad about it because if you do, you're somehow insulting the people who were killed and the families affected by Pulse. And it seems like finally people are going, hey, something's not right here. And I think that's good. I hope this city is able to pull this off and get it done the right way. What else is grabbing your attention out there?
Well, a couple other things. So a couple stories that we're following locally. I don't know if you guys saw, but this is a horrific story that happened on OBT Saturday night. This family, mother, father, 3 kids in the car, are driving on Saturday evening, and another vehicle crashes into them, forces them off the road. They had a 5-year-old child in that car who was killed in that crash. Well, the driver of the other vehicle that caused the crash, that person got out of their car, got into another car, and drove off. So Orlando police right now investigating, trying to figure out who that other driver was. They didn't stop. They didn't, check on this family, make sure they were okay. The other people in the car are going to be okay. They did have minor injuries, but a 5-year-old child killed. Somebody's at fault, and Orlando police needs to figure out who that is. So anybody who maybe saw that, it happened on OBT near Lee Road. So if you were in that vicinity Saturday evening, you saw something, whatever help you can give, I know they would greatly appreciate it. And then just this other crazy story that we're following. This happened in Sanford. A dad was driving himself to the hospital because he was having some kind of medical emergency. And his daughter was in the car with him. And as they're driving, I guess he passed out behind the wheel. So the little girl tried to stop the car. She said she couldn't get to the brakes. He ended up crashing into a house, right into another family's playroom.
My
He
God.
didn't survive. And this poor child, she witnessed the whole thing. So this family in Sanford, you could imagine their house it has major damage to it, but just the trauma that this child experienced being in the car with dad when that happened.
How old did you say the child was?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know yet the age of the child. We just know that she told the homeowner that she tried to stop the car. She says she tried to get to the brakes, but couldn't make it in time. I don't know if you guys saw the pictures. I'll pull it up.
Oh,
here.
the pictures are insane.
Yeah, I did see the house.
It's just so sad.
The house was fairly badly damaged. Yeah, there it is right there. So he just plowed into
just
this.
as a young girl, I don't think we know exactly her age, but can you imagine? I just can't. Poor thing. Like just the PTSD she's going to have from that for the rest of her life.
Yeah, on both sides of that, too. Imagine being in your house and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a car plows into your house. It's like the least expected thing that you would think to happen on any moment. So that's scary on the other side of that wall, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Can you imagine like what a shock that would be? Like all of a sudden there's a car in your kid's playroom, and thank goodness, nobody was actually in the playroom at the time that happened. So
that's why I don't spend any time near the outer walls of my house ever.
Makes sense.
Just very inner house kind of guy.
It's a smart idea. Better safe than sorry.
Think about it. Like when you were little, do you think you would have known what to do in that situation? And if not, would it be worth like trying to teach a kid at a certain age, like, hey, would it be worth the trauma of going, hey, if Daddy starts seizing,
yeah, right.
Here's what will stop this vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have known what to do when I was a little kid like that. And now, like back then, a lot of the vehicles had emergency brakes that were kind of in the console area, and you just don't see that anymore.
What, the old handbrake? Those are gone.
Yeah, those handles are no longer there, and now it's like, down by the driver's feet. So for a secondary person to try to stop the car is not an easy thing. Anything else grabbing your attention, Amy K?
Okay, so I have to end on a lighter note because that was a lot of like mayhem and sad news. But this story is just cracking me up. So did you guys see that Winston Churchill's gold toilet has been stolen?
Somebody stole the toilet?
So 4 men have been charged today in the theft of an 18-karat gold toilet that was stolen from Winston Churchill's sprawling English estate where he was born. Can you believe this?
Was it working?
That's a great question. It says the toilet, which was valued at almost $5 million.
What?
Was an artwork titled America.
Okay. America as a golden toilet.
Satire about the excessive wealth by Italian conceptual artist Maurizio Catalan. Anyway, they put this toilet into this house, and then somebody came in and stole it. $5 million.
How do you have a $5 million golden toilet and zero security around it? That is something that
No one's going to steal this. It's a toilet.
Yeah, who will steal the $5 million golden toilet? Well, we've shown that somebody will steal it.
Now, granted, if you're the person who stole it, is the first thing you're doing is using it?
Oh, you bet your ass, yeah. I mean, if I get caught, at least I want to say that I utilized, I went to the bathroom.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm screwed, but I'm at least going to be able to say that I did that afterwards. Well, we love you.
The toilet is missing, Sean. So it says that the toilet is missing. It says that the BBC, apparently the police commissioner told the BBC, we'll probably never see that toilet again. It's probably been melted down into a million pieces. However, the 4 suspects will be appearing in court in a couple weeks. They did catch the people, but no toilet.
Oh, man. It might be long gone.
When you get promoted to the rank of police commissioner, I bet you don't have it on your bingo card that one day you'll hold a press conference and say the phrase, we'll never see that toilet again.
Very true. All right, there she goes, Amy Kaufeld.
Yeah.
She's the best of the best. And make sure you're watching every single morning with her and the crew over on GDO. And you can, no matter where you're listening to the show today, all around the country, go over to fox35orlando.com. It's a great news destination. You'll get all caught up, just like Amy Kaufeld did with us right there, on everything happening in the news. See you next time, Amy.
Bye, guys.
All right, there she goes. Amy Kaufeld from Fox 35. Always a blast to speak with her. And when we come back, we've got your dispatches. I said I'd work them in. We'll do that. You got some things on your mind. We've got to talk about what happened at this UFC fight over the weekend that has a lot of people talking, and a lot more to go on a busy Monday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare. HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Well, why you ask? They do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like That Mortgage Guy Don. And That Mortgage Guy Don is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Because we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating that you don't want to do it. But it's none of those things when you go to thatmortgageguyDon.com and work with That Mortgage Guy Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with That Mortgage Guy Don. If you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the program, stop right now before it's too late. Don't fall for false promises and risk your business. All ERTC companies are not the same. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility, and being innovative with tax filings can lead to an audit. At ERTC.com, we won't mislead you to attest to your own eligibility. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started. With the ERTC.com Fast Track Refund Program, you may qualify to get your refund in as soon as 48 hours. Get started today at ERTC.com.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
It's been said that good fences make good neighbors. Your friends at Fence Outlet couldn't agree more. Whatever style, whatever color, just share your ideas. And your friends at Fence Outlet will have the right application for you. For quality fences at the best prices, go to fenceoutlet.com.
License number C10252 and C10803.
People sometimes may wonder why they need a big law firm after their injury. Imagine you're on your way to work and then bam, your whole life changes. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice. Your opponent is not the driver of the car that hit you. It's their insurance company. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood, how Kaylee Cuoco and Tom Pelphrey are taking their love and chemistry to the stage. Then
you make working motherhood look so good. It's how is it?
Our exclusive with new mom and trailblazing sports sideline reporter Erin Andrews on her Taylor Swift triumph.
There was some screaming. There was some crying.
Plus, Alicia Keys' husband Swizz Beatz and son Nazir on who really runs their family show.
Call it out.
Next Access Hollywood. Hey, Mario Lopez here. Join me for Access Hollywood tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations.
It's free.
I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. CHECK. That's check. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
My mind over here. I'm not. I'm telling you. I think it's some sort of weird social contagion that's going on, and everybody else has gone crazy, and it's not me, because the #1 movie on Netflix right now is this movie called The Killer. I don't know if either of you watched this, but they just dropped it within the last week on Netflix. And it's by David Fincher, who's usually good. He did Fight Club. He did a lot of other stuff that I thought was impressive. And everybody is just raving about this movie, The Killer. And I thought it sucked. Like, sucked.
What, is it a thriller, a drama, or is it supposed to be
It's
funny?
both. It's both of those. And it's about this guy who's an assassin. And the reason why I hated it so bad, Bootsy Moonshine says The Killer was not good. So I got at least one on my side there. The reason I hated it,
Bootsy Moonshine loved that Dick Long movie, I bet.
That was great. That movie was fun. This one, I wanted to watch it. Was
that not the title of the movie?
No, it's called Dick Long and something else. I forgot the full title of the movie, but we had talked about that previous on the show. The Killer, the new one on Netflix. I start watching it. I want to watch it. I'm the perfect audience. I love thrillers. I love these kind of movies. And I actually like David Fincher's stuff. So the assassin guy starts, and he walks into this room, and you see he's got like his high-powered rifle with a scope and all this stuff. And there's like a narrator over top, and it's super dramatic. It's like, you never think about what happens after 2 a.m. in the morning, and you are sitting with just the sounds of the night in the city of Paris. And it's all this insanely dramatic crap, masturbatory crap. And the guy forever is like not shooting anything. Nothing is happening. He's walking around the city. He's eating a McDonald's breakfast sandwich. It's so boring and unwatchable with the narration and how the audio went over it. I thought it was bad. And yet it's doing really good. It's on the top of Netflix right now. Rotten Tomatoes, it's one of those movies where the reviewer score is really high and the audience score is around 60, I think. I think that's where it was. I just couldn't watch it. We got through about 30 minutes, and I go, is it the narration thing the whole time? Like, it never comes into first person, first voice. We fast forward like 45 minutes, and same thing. Just a voiceover as you watch this assassin guy wander around his city. It's so bad, so bad. But if you liked it, let me know why. I can't even see why you would have liked it. Simply Jeremy on YouTube says, Coming from somebody who boasted Butt Boy, your opinion is tainted. Don't talk bad about Butt Boy. That's a fantastic movie.
That's the movie I was thinking of.
There was another one too. You're right about that. Yeah, it was a separate movie, but it was very similar. But Butt Boy was unexpected and funny and well written and good pacing, and it was a good movie. The Killer, I wanted it to be good. I want everything to be good. I think if you don't want everything to be good, you're a weirdo. You should want every piece of food that you eat, every movie you watch, every TV show you see, you should want it to be great. Because that way you'll have fun stuff in your life and good stuff in your life. So I want it to be good. I'm sitting there waiting, and bad. Ooh, so bad. The Step of B says on Twitch, I couldn't finish that movie. It was so annoying with the whole narration thing. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's the whole movie, a narration. And it's like somebody is a great artist like David Fincher. He is. He's a very talented guy. And nobody's telling them no. And they go, what if I did this? And then they try out something different, and it's just not good. But it's doing well despite me and what I think about this. I can't put up with that one. Let me know what you think if you watched The Killer. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Over the weekend, there was a UFC event, and you had all together in one group, former President Trump, Kid Rock, Tucker Carlson, and I think somebody else was with him. Maybe Dana White, the guy.
Sounds like a party.
UFC, and they all came in together like, here's our crew.
Testosterone.
Here we go. Kid Rock, Tucker Carlson, they're, I guess, not drinking Bud Light, one would imagine, but that's really confusing, isn't it? Because Bud Light is the official beer of the UFC. So, I don't know. This seems a little hypocritical, if you ask me.
I thought Kid Rock went back to Bud Light, or he was, seen drinking a Bud Light again.
Yeah, and it's all in his Nashville bars, too, right?
Yep. Yeah, he did after the attention from this waned, and he realized, I'm just going to drink the beers that I like. I don't care about the rest of this stuff.
Imagine that.
And Bill Burr, the comedian, was right next to where they were with his wife, and his wife was videoed flipping two middle fingers to former President Trump as he took his seat. And you could see her in this footage that's gone viral out there. Says Trump was in attendance Saturday night for an Ultimate Fighting Championships mixed martial arts event. I don't know any of the people who are fighting at this, so I'm not going to even attempt to say their names. Trump shot waves to fans as he went to his seat. He doesn't really get booed that much at these places. There's a lot of these UFC people who dig him, I think. It says one attendee identified as actress producer Nia Renee Hill, Nene Hill, I think is what they call her, who's married to comic Bill Burr, was a lot less friendly. She flipped him off as he was sitting down, drawing a bunch of attention. It says there was cheering, but also multiple videos featuring loud booing and a sea of middle fingers for Trump. That was at a different game. That was at a football game. With a different audience. So the UFC folks seem to be fans of Trump over there. All right, let's go over to you. Let's see what you're a fan of. And you can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Here's I'm a PC talking about the Cybertruck thing.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm renting my Cybertruck out for $200,000. It's a lifetime rental. Gas is on you, though. But again, this is a rental. I'm not selling it.
That's a workaround right there.
That's actually a good way of looking at that, because if you can't sell the truck by whatever contract you have with Tesla, I guess legally to sell the truck means what? You sign over the deed to somebody else, or it's not a deed if it's a truck, but
the title. Right?
You sign over the title. So what if you entered into a side contract with somebody, Tesla not involved, and you go, all right, you can't have the title for a year, but you are putting the down payment, you are going to, drive this vehicle on my behalf.
For all intents and purposes, you own it. You just aren't going to get the title for a year.
Yeah, you're basically John Deering them.
Yeah, put that on the Mo list. I'm a big proponent, I think you might be as well too, C-Lane, of this whole right to repair movement. And this plays into that, I think. If I buy my Cybertruck for however much money these stupid things cost, it's mine, all right? It's mine now. I have the car. I own it. I paid for it. Your rights to my thing are revoked when I hand you money and you hand me the thing. And Celia just brought up John Deere tractors, which are famously a part of this the debate and discussion, because if you own a John Deere tractor, oftentimes you're not allowed to fix it yourself. You have to like bring it to the factory place, and you have to have them fix it because you sign things when you purchase it that says that you're not allowed to repair your own stuff. This happens with Apple computers and laptops and stuff. This happens with all sorts of things.
But yeah,
they are loosening up a little bit. Apple is, but a lot of other companies will be like, "You bought this thing, but technically, we still own it," and I hate that. That seems so weird to me. Once I pay you for the thing, you don't get any rights to the thing anymore. If I want to completely change it and make it into a convertible and drive it into the ocean, that's on me and not you. You got the money.
I think I read, and I have to look this up because I'm not totally sure on the rollout, but I think I read that Apple, they've been a little bit more loose on the right to repair stuff because of the backlash they've been getting. And so instead, they're like now selling the kits.
Oh, yeah? To repair stuff?
Yeah, but I think you still have to be like a licensed repair or something. I don't know. I feel like Apple found a way to turn that around where they're still making money off of it.
Of course they did. Nobody better at it than them.
Ooh, I learned something about Apple while I was gone, guys.
What's that?
I just, you take this how you will. Listeners, take this how you will. And, if you want to be honest or dishonest, that's on you. But when you go on the Apple Store and you use the education discount, they don't verify that you are a student or a teacher.
No.
Well, what kind of discount is this? How big is it?
$100, $200, depending on.
But they don't ask you for like student ID.
They don't ask for an ID.
What about an email?
They don't ask for a .edu email. They just ask for a check this if I agree to the terms and conditions of the Apple Educator, student teacher program.
Now, did you do this?
No, I just read about it. Unfortunately, after I spent a bunch of money with Apple, I definitely did not get any education discounts on my last laptop.
I would do that and not feel like
a lie.
Anything morally wrong had occurred. I would feel absolutely fine with it.
It's about $100 off the laptop, and then any upgrades you get that are usually $200, it's $20 off those upgrades. So I got a nice little deal.
That's worth it. Here is the Groundhog de Blasio dropped with a dispatch.
Okay, so regarding the Marvels, there's two issues. One, normal people, kind of like y'all. What's the movie about?
That's a
I don't
stretch.
necessarily identify with these characters. I'm not interested. That's, I think, a big part of it. The other part is for the people who are actually fans.
The Marvels.
The last 2 or 3 movies, and I don't even know how many of the last Disney Plus shows, the CGI has been bad.
What happened?
They're either rushing the timelines and having to do too much work in too short of a time frame, or a few of the shows had to have like major rewrites last minute. All of this has culminated to the fans being less interested because there's too much, and what is being produced is subpar and low quality.
Yeah,
Wiggle, pop, pop.
Of course this is the result you're going to get. You're going to have a movie that just doesn't bring the people in.
That, I think, is what Disney is trying really hard to course correct and not do to Star Wars, which, unfortunately, I've liked a lot of the live-action Star Wars stuff that they've released.
Well, some of it's been very popular. Like The Mandalorian was very popular.
Mandalorian's great. Andor was fantastic, and I can't wait for that next season to come out. But, I think that I've read some stories from Disney where they're like, we're going to roll back as much of this live-action stuff so as not to oversaturate the market with a bunch of Star Wars just to say that we did.
Right. That's a smart move, I think, in the long run. When we come back the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
Sean, I can't wait to tell ya what's coming up on the next episode. This is a real Monday headline for you. Princess Diaries director knows who killed JFK. And Guy Fieri's releasing a fruit punch. Someone paid a hell of a lot of money for the Prince of Pop's pop jacket. Plus, Tisha Campbell is telling the tale of our worst nightmare, going through your dead dad stuff and finding his porn. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
You got like ugly little long toes with the nasty little
They are beautiful feet, right?
No, they're not.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. Hi, everybody. Good Monday to you. Jamie King with you now in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you had a great weekend. Back out of here for you on this Monday. We look for mostly cloudy, breezy conditions. Northeast winds at 10 to 20. Got some passing showers. Possibility really at any time today. 30 to 40% coverage, so maybe have the umbrella handy just in case. Looks like we're cloudy, cool tonight. Showers for the evening and overnight. Chances still hold steady 30 to 40%. Tuesday rain chance 30% with a high at 78. For Fox 35, a Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Switch to Verizon and you'll save.
Get in the holiday spirit, Orlando. Verizon has an extra gift for your family this season.
You can save a lot.
Get $800 in Verizon gift cards when you switch your family of 4 and get 4 new phones on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate.
Great deals from Verizon. Great deals from Verizon.
There's never been a better time to switch, but this offer won't last forever. So hurry in. Switch to the network America relies on. Get $800 in gift cards and get new phones for the whole family on us with Select Trade-In and Unlimited Ultimate. Visit your local Verizon store today. $999.99 device payment or full retail purchase with new smartphone line on Unlimited Ultimate plan required per phone. $200 Verizon e-gift card with port in per line. Less $1,000 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Promo credit ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. 0% APR.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale, better sleep and unmissable deals are a sure bet. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic and score a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Plus, get your new bed with fast and free delivery. Don't miss the Black Friday sale at Mattress Firm.
The Eagles present The Long Goodbye, the final tour, live in concert in Orlando. With special guest Steely Dan. The Eagles, Amway Center, March 4th. Get tickets Friday, November 17th at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. The Eagles, The Long Goodbye, the final tour.
At Target, your favorites are our favorites. And when you can save on your favorites too, yes please. This week only, get 20% off select breakfast essentials. That's 20% off all bagged and K-Cup coffee. Talk about essential. From brands like Good & Gather, Starbucks, and more. 20% off all cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, the list goes on. And 20% off Tropicana and Simply Orange Juice too. But these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 50% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Don't forget, you can always join us on the show. You can send a dispatch. You can record it right there on your phone. Whatever kind of smartphone you have will work just fine. And you can get your thoughts right alongside us. So to do that, go to the website. It's thenewsjunkie.com. Or you can download the app. Big update coming to the app at some point in the beginning of 2024. Then all the tech stuff will be set for a while.
I can't believe 2024 is just around the corner. What happened?
And when I'm hearing about when shows are coming back, they're like, yes, this should be ready in the fall of 2025. And I go, oh, that's too far away.
Hey, but they're back, baby. The writers and actors are back, baby.
At least it's got some progress, but like the timelines suck right now. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about? Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey,
she's back, baby.
Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, some debt consolidation, work with the man who has your best interest in mind. He's part of the Real Radio family, and he's going to make the process easy for you. Go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was 234 years ago today, 1789. Sean, you remember.
I was not alive in 1789.
This guy right here.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin is right, and he wrote a letter to a friend in which he now famously said what?
Beer is proof that the good Lord loves us and wants us all to be happy?
Close. Very close. In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except
death and taxes.
Death, money, and taxes.
Death and taxes.
Death
and taxes. And, well, he was right about one thing because it was a whole lot of death on this day. It goes a little something like this. 50 years ago today, 73, Jerry Lee Lewis Jr., the 19-year-old son of Jerry Lee Lewis, was killed in a highway accident in Mississippi. Death number 1. 11 years earlier, Jerry Lee Lewis's only other son, Stephen Allen Lewis, drowned in the family swimming pool at age 3. 49 years ago, 1974, Karen Silkwood was killed in a suspicious car accident on her way to deliver evidence to a reporter of numerous safety violations at an Oklahoma nuclear plant.
Ooh.
And it goes on and on. 41 years ago, 1982, this guy right here, and by the way, this song is Chef's Kiss. Yeah.
Bobby Jacone?
Boom Boom Mancini. And it was on this day 41 years ago that Ray Boom Boom Mancini regained his WBA light title by fatally knocking out Duke Koo Kim in the 14th round.
You still get a medal for that?
I know, right? And I guess a death certificate? You killed a guy. I'm surprised that there's, well, maybe it was back in the day and you have some sort of waiver. But yeah, he knocked the guy unconscious, rushed to the hospital, and he died 4 days later. Yeah. It doesn't stop there.
More dead people.
19 years ago, 2004, Old Dirty Bastard of Wu-Tang Clan collapsed and died 2 days before his 36th birthday. And 18 years ago, 2005, WWE wrestler Eddie Guerrero died of heart problems at the age of 38. May they all rest in peace.
Well, what took out ODB? Anybody know?
A
heart attack? It's 36.
Probably another person's... Can't say that word. That was naughty by nature. Damn it.
Oh.
He didn't protect his neck? I don't know what took out Old Dirty Bastard. It didn't say.
Okay.
But I could tell you, once you do get taken out, whether it be by the Grim Reaper, natural causes, perhaps a fatal knock to the head during a boxing ring, it's very important that you delegate particular jobs to particular people. Now, Tisha Campbell, you would know her. I recognized her immediately, not by name, but by face. I mean, she's been in all the greatest 90s sitcoms, and she is now part of what I call a living nightmare. And her father passed away. She's going through his stuff, and she found all his porn.
Ooh, yeah, that's strange. I can relate.
Yeah, I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, you found your dad's
You
porn.
found the penis pump, right?
Yeah,
And the penis pump. But that was like full circle considering he found your penis Polaroid.
I guess so.
So she went through his stuff after he died, found his secret stash of porn DVDs. Luckily, though, they thought it was hilarious. I don't. Sends a shiver down my spine. And
Porn DVDs, huh? I found one of my dad's porn VHSs. So
wow,
it's a
that's
different time, I guess.
I think I only found like lube. And that was enough for me to never go through my parents' stuff again. They say that one of the titles included White Hose with Bros.
Okay.
And the caption, my dad would have loved this. Hope this makes someone smile. Love on each other, y'all, and laugh often. Thank you, Daddy, for helping me appreciate every single moment, just like the Bros did with the White Hose.
Mm-hmm.
So there you have it. Everyone came out for this guy's birthday. He's getting older.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
That is correct.
And they stay the same age.
Uh-huh. All right.
How old is he now?
Guess.
Oh, he's got to be in his 50s.
Very close.
55?
Nope.
48.
49 he turned over the weekend.
Damn.
And look at all the people at his party. We had Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Salma Hayek, Snoop Dogg, Scott Eastwood. Is that Clint's son?
Oh, no, he's great. Scott Eastwood, he's the guy. He's doing all kinds of things.
Yeah, big time.
He sings that song.
Eastwood.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Casey Affleck, Kate Beckinsale, Zoe Saldana, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Al Pacino, 2 Chainz, Tyga, Channing Tatum, and Zoe Kravitz, who are also my new hall pass. Rita Ora, Taika Waititi, Beck, Chris Rock, and so many more. Even Punky freaking Brewster was at Leo DiCaprio's birthday bash. 49 years old. I just don't know if his 25-year-old girlfriend was there. What?
No, I saw that he's dating somebody new. He went after another 25-year-old or 26, very, very young. Well, compared to him, she's very young.
Aging well. I just see him with hats now.
He looks okay, I think.
Yeah, he's fine, yeah.
Like, it's clearly aging.
I was asking out of curiosity.
No, I think he looks all right.
I was about to start a rumor. Never mind. I just heard some things about
It's weird.
Leo.
It's weird to be Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend and you're the least famous person at his birthday party.
What'd you hear about Leonardo DiCaprio,
I've heard some things. I had a friend of mine who was living in New York and was part of like that group of socialites.
Pussy Posse?
No, she was amongst the Pussy Posse. But I heard that there was something that perhaps him and Usher have in common.
Oh, really?
Oh.
But you didn't hear it from me, allegedly. Rumor has it. Anyways, the girls did really well
For the Grammys, the announcements of the nominations came through. And they're on fire. We had SZA leading with 9 nods, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year.
That's
you know
a woman?
that SZA song, S-E-A? Yeah.
I didn't know that was a woman. I had no idea.
Like by the face, you mean? Or just
No, I've never seen this person. I see it written down in places.
Yeah, it's a gal, and she has 9 nominations. We also have 3 people who are tied with second with 7 nominations: Victoria Monet, Phoebe Bridgers, and a mixing engineer named Serban Guinea.
Oh, I love Serban Guinea.
Have you heard the mix?
No, not this one.
8 people are tied with 6 nominations, and they're mostly women as well. Boy Genius, Brandy Clark, Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff is...
He's for fun.
All right. And Jean-Baptiste.
Boy Genius just played SNL over the weekend. They were good.
They're great.
That's
Huge
just
fan.
right.
Isn't that with Phoebe Bridgers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Taylor could get a record for most Album of the Year wins if Midnight's pulls it off this year. She currently has 3 wins in that category, which ties her with Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and Paul Simon. So the 67th Annual Grammy Awards will be live on the air February 4th on CBS and hosted by Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Hot take here. Taylor Swift needs to dial it down.
What?
Just dial it down
Karma
a
is
little
the
bit.
guy on the Chiefs.
It's like every radio station, every 5 seconds, during the football game, here she is with this. She's putting too much Taylor Swift out there, I
She's
think.
making so much money. My
I
God.
can't stand it anymore.
I want to go watch that movie, though. And
I would watch it. I'm
already
not
got
beyond it.
I've got a screening set up for the Beyonce movie.
Oh, really?
Private. Look at me go.
Where's this private screening?
They said
It's
it
a
couldn't be
private
done.
location. It's a private location with me and my bestie Bay pals. The
Oh,
Bay
you know
Hive
what?
is getting together.
I'm getting a little whiff of a legality here. Is this like off the record on the black market kind of stream that you're
it is
getting?
100% legitimate. I don't know how it got set up, but I imagine a lot of money was paid. I just, I'm just there for the fun of it all. I will be
Okay.
filming it since it's a private screening. I get to put my phone up, right?
I don't know how the laws work on that, but good luck to you.
Thank you so much. And good luck to the winner after 40 years and it being on the auction block for, I think, just a couple weeks. I remember mentioning it to you guys. Someone bought the Michael Jackson Pepsi ad jacket.
All right, that's
for
cool.
$300,000.
Is there any fire damage on this, or is it the wrong one?
No.
I hope so.
It's the other one. Yeah, the fire damage one I think is in a museum somewhere, but this is the one with no fire damage. It was a Pepsi ad in 1984, hot off the wheels of his record-breaking success with Thriller. The Pepsi ads became notorious for the incident in which his hair caught on fire, but this was not part of it. This was a non-fired jacket. It was one of the more than 20 items, including a jacket originally worn by George Michael and a hairpiece belonging to Amy Winehouse, plus items connected to David Bowie, Oasis, and the Beatles that were sold at the auction over the weekend. Other items.
Question here.
Go ahead.
Who was bigger? Michael Jackson right around that time or whatever you think he hit his peak fame, or Taylor Swift?
I mean, were you talking about like sales?
Just like how many people know who they are, how many people, like how famous they are.
It's hard to quantify because there's more people on the earth now.
Because like I feel like in his prime, Michael Jackson could have gone to any country, anywhere around the world, walk in the street, and, oh my God, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like Taylor Swift could probably do that now. That's like such an uncomfortable level of fame.
It's very weird, but
he sold more records, right?
I believe so. And he also, I mean, but at the time, it was like, what else could you do besides go to the concerts? Now you have Taylor Swift, but you have like the whole multimedia aspect of it. You have you can watch her documentaries, go to the movies, listen to her streaming, and then you can buy all of her stuff. With Michael Jackson, like, it was 40 years later and you finally get his jacket. But if you went to the show, I mean, you were trying to break into his limo.
Oh, man. Okay, Michael Jackson has sold 1 billion albums. Taylor Swift has sold 114 million.
Oh,
so if you
that's
go
some
on
catching
that,
up to do.
yeah, she's got some work to do.
But yeah, they say other items were Elvis Presley. There was linked to him. There was a guitar that belonged to Angus Young, a limited edition Yellow Submarine Beatles jukebox, the George Michael jacket that you could see in his hit "I Knew You Were Waiting for Me," sold for $115,000, and a lot more than the highest guide price of 60,000 pounds, which I don't have the conversion for.
Like
also, that
$80,000.
was tough in Ireland.
Mhm.
I had to get euros.
Oh, yeah.
I had to get euros, and it was like a big flip there. I gave him 100 USD. I got 81 euros back.
Let me tell you when you go to Europe and you get euros are far superior to the dollar in every way. In terms of design, the money is much more pretty. American,
but it's so tiny
currency.
and cute.
Yeah,
and they have coins. They're like the lowest denomination of bill is 5.
You know why it's smaller though?
Why?
For blind people. So they know the size bill and they can see what the currency is based on the size of the bill. And the artwork is so much better on it. We need to update our stuff, man.
No, I went to a drag show and I'm like, are we supposed to throw coins at them? Like I have
that seems rude.
I have 2 pounds here, and they're like, you could buy them a drink if you want, but they're not expecting any tips. It was wild. Love me some Ireland.
They still use quid. I never understood what a quid is.
Is it the coin?
I think it's just £1.
Yeah,
I think a pound is a quid.
I had a couple quid right in my pocket. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways.
it's like we say, you're saying 2 names, but we say dollar, buck, we say all kinds of different things. It's £1 sterling.
On the
Now
boob
we know.
tube, we got Monday Night Football, baby. We have the Bills and the Broncos, The Voice on NBC, second season premiere of Barmageddon on USA. What's Barmageddon?
It is.
I don't know. Is it like Bar Rescue?
No. It's like famous people doing bar challenges.
Oh,
I think.
cool. And Dwayne The Rock Johnson will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Quick note to everybody who bought shirts and hoodies. They are all out and on the way. If you bought a shirt or a hoodie for this round in the Fickle Beast X-Ray design, you will get it this week. So make sure you're watching your mailbox. If you have any problems, email me. You could do that to tips or sales at thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll get you all squared away on that.
In Barmageddon, it's Blake Shelton and Carson Daly host. And they do
He left The Voice for that?
I think they still do The Voice too. They're all double dipping now, but they do stuff like air cannon cornhole, keg curling, king pong, just the tip. I mean, they're just all like pub games.
Stupid.
Yep.
This sounds so
Hey, but
dumb.
good to know USA has some prime content coming out.
Why are we at this point where there's now shows where they're basically playing rock, paper, scissors with each other? It's like
I think this is probably no, because this premiered at the end of last year, so there wasn't any strikes going on at the time.
Because people will watch it. There's nothing else going on the boob tube except for football. Why not watch Barmageddon?
All right, we're way behind. Let's take a break real quick.
Oh, let's keep
We
talking
will
about
be back
Barmageddon.
Momentarily, we'll be back with your dispatches and something that was controversial on SNL this weekend. What happened? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special this Sunday when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to San Francisco to face the 49ers. Coverage starts at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
On the new true crime podcast, Unrestorable, dive into the heartbreaking case of a mother declared not competent to stand trial, a father seeking justice for the children he lost, and the mental health laws that could let her walk free.
We're very punitive. We have just an extraordinarily high rate of incarceration in this country and a still pretty stigmatizing view of mental illness.
Listen to Unrestorable on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Treat your taste buds to the King's Hawaiian Pork and Slaw Sandwich, back for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. With slow-smoked pulled pork, melted pepper jack, and sweet and tangy slaw on a toasted King's Hawaiian bun. Enjoy one today with our new Tropical Cherry Limeade, a refreshing blend of sweet cherry and pineapple flavors with a squeeze of fresh lime. Only at Firehouse Subs. Beverage is artificially flavored. Participating U.S. locations.
Here's what a Fence Outlet customer has to say about their experience.
After the hurricanes destroyed our old fence, we took the advice of our neighbor and called Fence Outlet. They were fast and professional, and we love our new fence.
Check them out at fenceoutlet.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Need your carpets and tile looking great without sticky, soapy, chemical residue left behind? Zero Res cleans the right way and with impeccable customer service. Zero Res, over 800 5-star reviews. Check them out online, OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Do you suffer from sinus infections or sinus headaches? You use nasal spray and antibiotics, but nothing works. At Aspire Allergy and Sinus, we have solutions. And with healthcare deductibles resetting soon, now's a great time to see if you're a candidate for a minimally invasive procedure called balloon sinuplasty. Imagine no more pain, no more congestion. Set an appointment today with Aspire to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
You earned it. Get it early. With a Fairwinds checking account, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days in advance. No more waiting for payday. And we make it easy for you to send and receive money from friends and family. Open a checking account today at Fairwinds Credit Union and reach your financial goals. Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep, so you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in store or online, wherever you get your pads.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself, and Dunkin' thinks you deserve a reward. That's why every Wednesday, now through December, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase. So whether you like your midweek pick-me-ups oozing with chocolate or filled with jelly, it's on us, because you deserve it. Save time and order ahead on the app with Dunkin' Rewards. Not a member? Join today. America runs on Dunkin'. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This
Just I would love to hear from you today. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sealand, you said you watched SNL this weekend?
Yeah.
And
I've been keeping up on it. It's weirdly enough, like it's one of the things I haven't fallen off of. Whenever SNL gets back, we like it.
Well, I know that I've screwed the guy who hosted his name up 8,555,000 times.
Try it right now. Try. What's his name? Who hosted SNL this weekend?
I wrote it down because you corrected me on this. Timothy Chalamet.
There you go.
I got it? Okay. This is the first time I've ever gotten it right. I've said Chalamet, Shamalama Ding Dong.
Last week he called him
my high school.
Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know what this guy's name is. I know I like him. I wanted to hate him. He looks a little hateable. But then when you see how talented he is, you're like, yeah, man, this Wonka movie looks good. I like this guy.
Baby to me.
He does. He looks very young. He poked fun at that, I think, in his monologue a little bit, or at some point he poked fun about how he looks so young.
It was weird. The monologue was like, it started off about how the strike is over so they could talk about their movies again. So he sang like a song that was to the tune of Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And then all of a sudden it like switched gears with no real good transition. Like there was, all of a sudden, more people are on stage and they're singing a song about it having baby faces. And I was like, where did that come from? There wasn't any continuity. It was very odd.
I did see the skit with him. He was like going to jump from a building, like kill himself. And they're like, no one likes my music. Well, play us some. And he goes and plays some of the worst music these people have ever heard. And can you just share it on Instagram? What's the name? And he goes, Hamas, Hamas. Like, well done. A little too soon, but well done.
This is the one that got him in trouble. A bunch of people were whining
really?
about this.
Really?
Oh, God. Yeah. A bunch of online crybabies were like, how could you do that? And if you're worried.
Horrific, but...
Yeah, but if you're worried about, like, you're worried that Hamas is being targeted by a joke, who cares about Hamas? My God. If it was a joke about, like, Palestinian people,
I think.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't read any of this, but if I had to guess, they're just pissed that you would even use the word Hamas in a joke because the things that are going on, are not a joking manner. I'm like, you're not finding something funny about the things Hamas is doing if you're making this joke. You're finding something funny about the fact that this guy, you're trying to do anything in the world to get this guy from jumping off a building, and the guy's like, well, will you promote my band on your Instagram? And his band is spelled Hamas. It's like
that's funny.
It's a situational comedy, and it's funny.
Yeah, I think that's a good bit, actually. I think it's good, but you're always going to get people who get uptight about things, and I don't even honestly think there was a decent amount of people. It's just loud fringes of people on social media in particular, and even more particular on Twitter. On Twitter, there's a lot of it, or in just any random comment section on Instagram. God, that's just infested with this kind of stuff. Kurt says, I haven't seen anything from new SNL, like not 10 plus years old in years. Maybe one opening bit when Chappelle hosted the show the second time. I think that it's still funny. People are weird about SNL, and I've talked about this before, because you like SNL at the point in time where it was perfectly tuned into you and you were growing up.
Sure.
And you're like, all these guys are so funny right now.
But they're also basing it off of like the best skits, and you don't realize that they had really bad ones too. Like during an entire episode, not everything landed. Just like SNL now.
But when they show the greatest hits of the Will Ferrell years, are they going to show the 15 Will Ferrell bits that were stupid and nobody thought were that fun? No. It's like buying a greatest hits album and being like, this is the best band ever. How come no other bands have this many good songs?
You could break it down by character or by person, too, because if you think of David Spade as being one of the SNL greats, the first year or two he was there, he wasn't in anything. He made 0 skits. He was in, he got a Weekend Update bit that I think got him some notoriety, but they almost booted him off the show without him ever hitting the air.
Oh, God, that's painful. And I think that was funny. I thought it was a funny bit. We'll see what you think. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. Over on in the world of babies, a world that Sealand is becoming very familiar with his new son, Jackson. You got to take care of little Jackson. And that's why you're going to have to buy this. I think you just really don't have a choice, because Dior has released a skincare line for babies.
Oh,
and
perfect.
You got to make sure that your baby's skin is nice and soft.
We already have baby lotion.
Oh, you do? But is it Dior level? Because
it's not.
This is the good stuff right here.
Oh, do you even care about your baby?
One thing they have, C-Lane, is a scented water named Bonnie Itole. And Bonnie Itole is sold for $230 for one small jar
Does it say how many ounces?
It doesn't say on the thing I'm looking at, but it's small. It's a little bottle with some hints of pear, wild rose, and white musk in the water. Scented water for $230. And then they have a moisturizer for Jackson's face and his little body. That'll be $115 if you don't mind.
God.
Imagine saying, we're going to put out a skincare line for babies just because really rich people will buy it. Really rich people, I've found, are the dumbest people in the United States of America.
Don't say
really
that about
rich
yourself,
people.
Sean.
No, I'm talking about mega rich people. The people who will buy $200 scented water for their little baby. Your baby who already probably has soft skin, and the cheapest stuff in the world will work way better than this to begin with. But rich people on that level are so stupid that they'll just waste crazy money on stuff. One of the things that always gets me, and it's a lot of new money that does this. If you ever go to a resort, or this happens a lot in Vegas, people who got some money to throw around will be like, let's flex.
Yeah.
Let's get one of these cabanas. We're going to get the cabana, and then we're going to start ordering drinks. And then we're gonna
I have seen the receipt of some of those cabanas. It's outrageous.
What
it's
are you
stupid.
doing? You're spending $10,000
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, and $50 worth of liquor that you've gotten. For what? There's so many of these things that are insane to me. For a while, I was buying, let me buy some more nice stuff, some nice clothes, a little more expensive stuff. And I realized I'm the stupidest person in the world right alongside them. And I said, they just buy a regular T-shirt, regular-ass T-shirt. Why am I buying $300 jeans? Well, give me a pair of $65 jeans that are the exact same thing. They feel exactly the same. Does it say Amazon on my ass? Yes, it does. But guess what? They're comfortable, and they're the same exact thing. I don't get why rich people are okay with being ripped off.
That's how I pick Sean out of a crowd now. Look at old Amazon ass over there.
That's me. Juicy, I told you about this, but I think you know what brand it is, C-Lane. Here's another thing that falls in this
You
line
like Juicy
here.
Pants, Sean?
No,
Oh.
not Juicy. I forgot all the names of pants that I used to have. Joe's Jeans was one of them.
You said, did you see? And it sounded like Juicy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoops.
Anyhow, so one of the things that I saw the other day that falls into this same bucket, all right, of rich people being the stupidest people in America and wasting so much money. What is that bottle of liquor I was talking about, C-Lane, where the little teeny, tiny one was $700?
You talking about the Louis the 13th or something?
Yes, that's it. The big bottle, Sabrina, for a regular sized bottle of this is at ABC Liquor. It's $10,000. That's how much they're charging for one bottle of this stuff.
I can't believe it's at ABC Liquor.
And I think it's like, don't they sell it by the shot for really expensive at a lot of places too? Like a couple $100. And I saw that and I go, there's no way that is markedly better than the bottle over there for $50.
Wasn't there some random dude bought you a couple shots of this while he was waiting to buy a gun?
Yeah, crazy. That guy was out of his mind. I didn't get a shot. I think Courtney got the shot.
Can you
not me.
imagine like asking for that, and you're like, I'll do that with Coke, please.
Yeah, I slam it then, and people get mad at me if I slam an expensive shot. It's just wasting money. There's so many people that do this.
You're
moonshine.
You're like the guy, my friend who used to be a sommelier at one of the Emerald restaurants would tell me about, like, he had these regulars, and the guys liked really good wine, and they spent a lot of money, but the guy's girlfriend appreciated the wine so little that she wanted to mix it with Red Bull. And so, and Emerald's didn't even have Red Bull, so he had to walk over to the Groove, which is the nightclub, and like pick up a couple Red Bulls so this girl could mix it with her wine. And it's just like, it's like you do it because your customer, your regular, is good to you and is spending a lot of money, but part of you dies inside when you know you're mixing red wine and Red Bull or what. It might have been white wine, but that's not the point. It's just like, oh gosh.
Over on Twitch, Bootsy says, oh, man, I saw a $4,000 bottle of tequila at Total Wine yesterday. There is quite a bit of that in the tequila world and in, like, the bourbon world, and it just feels like an obvious ripoff to me.
They still have the tequila bottles that are shaped like glass AK-47s.
They have the tequila. Tequila has the best bottles of anybody out there. The tequila bottles are the coolest looking. And like Agave Azul, is that the expensive one of the tall ones or whatever?
And then it's like you can't even see through it. It's like a vase you could use for flowers afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like a piece of art or something.
That's
There's
Clase
so many
Azul.
good ones. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, we went to what's it called? Rocco's Tacos. That's what it is. Rocco's Tacos. And they have a huge selection of
Are you about
tequila.
to mix up Rocco's with Johnny Rockets?
I almost smashed them together.
Johnny Rocco's Tacos?
It's Rocco's Tacos has a huge selection. You see all these cool-ass bottles. Like, I wanted to collect them, fill the shelves up in the studio with them or something. But it's such a colossal waste of money. And so is this Dior skincare line for babies. I think you should pass on it, actually. All right, let's go over to this. We've got some news coming in about the race for the White House, friends. There's a lot happening there. Let's see what we have going on the Republican side. Some news flowing in.
Breaking news, another Republican presidential candidate is dropping out of the race. Senator Tim Scott announcing tonight he is suspending his campaign.
We hardly
Scott
knew
launched his candidacy last year and campaigned on a largely positive and optimistic message.
That didn't work.
The announcement comes just days after he took part in the third GOP primary debate. Former President Donald Trump still leading the polls by a large margin, while Scott polled just 2% among Republican voters.
That's got to hurt a little bit. Yeah. He only got 2% of the vote.
I mean, there's a chance.
And he seemed like a sweet guy when I watched his announcement and stuff. He seemed like he was trying to go positive. Nobody wants positive right now. They want all the negative. That's what we're running with right now. And he says he's out of the race. Tim Scott, see you later. And good luck. Yeah. Here we go.
They want the negative, but they maybe just, coach Nikki Haley a little bit on her smack talk.
Yeah, they're not good. None of them are good at smack talk. And I think it's now.
You wear heels.
I think it's now actually a valuable asset. Like, I'm not even kidding about that. To be able to talk smack to the other candidates, that's where we're at. Everybody's accepting that level of discourse. So if you try to insult one of the other candidates and your line sucks. Like, I forgot, what was Ron DeSantis going to call Vivek Ramaswamy or whatever?
Oh, man. Was it Slimy Ramaswamy or something? Or am I just making that up?
It was whatever it was. It was the stupidest nickname. And he was going to drop it, but all his notes were leaked. And so he never called him that. Vivek the something.
Oh, I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah, same. Hammer?
Yeah,
no, he was told to hammer him.
Vivek the Boar or Vivek the something was the nickname that he had, only to be surpassed in terrible nicknameness by Ron DeSanctimonious, Trump's line
Fake
for him.
Vivek the fake?
Yeah, Vivek the fake. That's what it was. Vivek the fake.
Zing.
And then that leaked out, and so he never insulted him that way. It's like, you guys got to get better at this. All right, let's go over to T48 Girl with the dispatch.
Just thinking about things we spend money on. News junkie T-shirts so we can get the magnet to
Good
trade.
investment.
LOL.
That's a good
Have
investment.
a great Monday.
LOL.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you know.
Thank you, T48 Girl, and thanks for buying the shirt. Let's go to Jarhead's dispatch.
Hey, what's up, junkies? Happy Monday.
You
Of
too.
course, the UFC would have a pea grabber, a woman beater, a media, and a beer liar at their event. You guys have a good week.
A media and a beer. Oh, he's saying Tucker Carlson's a media liar and Kid Rock's a beer liar. He doesn't like any of the four in that group.
Happy belated birthday, Jarhead.
I don't know why those four were together, but maybe it's just every UFC that's going to be a thing now. Here's Bitches and Cake with a dispatch.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
In response to the Tesla thing with not being able to sell it, and somebody brought up earlier about the ticket sales and kind of scalping them. It reminds me of the PlayStation debacle that happened, a few years ago when the PS5 released, how, something that has a serial number, could potentially be tracked. And I think that if a lot of companies kind of started doing that, when we talk about
Blinker is
secondhand
killing
marketing,
me.
you have this device
I'm
that's
glad he's using it,
$500.
though.
It's not a small chunk of change for a lot of people. And then, there's a high demand for it, and there are these.
I can't do it. It's just pounding away at my soul. It's
beat.
just drilling into my head. I thank you for the dispatch, though. Next time, maybe no blinker so I can.
And how is he
focus.
supposed to indicate he's turning?
I know that's the problem. Wait till after the turn and be going full speed whilst you do it, because if there's a wreck, I want to at least capture it on the
Wow,
dispatch.
dude.
And don't be a pussy. Send it still after the wreck. I hope you survive. I'm not saying I want him to die or anything.
This is fender bender.
Yeah, just a little bump, a little dent here or there. When we come back,
I mean, what if that happens and then we are like, or you're subpoenaed because you have the audio recording of the crash happening, and then now you have to go through all this legal red tape, and it's just super annoying.
Exhibit A.
That noise is so annoying, isn't it?
A little bit.
I just feel like Phineas would use that in one of the Billie Eilish songs.
He probably already has.
We went into one of the little shops in Universal this weekend, Cordy and I did, and they had this whole room with merch from Dr. Seuss. And there was a guy who worked in that merch room. That was his job for however many hours. And in the room, you got all the Dr. Seuss characters, but there's a soundtrack that's going boing, ding, dong, ding. All these like Dr. Seussy sounds, bing, bong. And all these Dr. Seuss sounds over and over and over again. And I go, can you imagine being the guy who works and has to listen to that all day long?
You have to go crazy at some point.
Oh, my God, I would lose my mind. Do not pull any of those. There's no need for it.
Sabrina talked over some of it, or laughed over some of it, but the rest of it's good stuff.
Yeah.
I can see the waveform right in front of me, you son of a bitch. I can see you recording it. Quick break. Back in just a moment. A movie we thought would never see the light of day has a second chance. Which one is it? Are you going to be able to see it? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Folks, let me do you a favor. I'm going to tell you where to get the best food in town. There isn't even any competition anymore. You have to go out to Primrose Lanes. And let me throw this by you. If you're looking for a place to watch football or any of the games on the weekends, Primrose Lanes has the biggest screen I've ever seen in my life, and these incredibly comfortable chairs set up where you can get appetizers and food, sit there and get a drink and enjoy yourself and watch the game on the biggest screen you've ever seen in your life. Try out the big game appetizer they have there. It is everything you've ever dreamed of before a big game. Go look at it on their Instagram. If you look up Primrose Lanes, you'll see what I'm talking about. All the food is delicious, and everything is a good time once you get into the doors of Orlando's newest entertainment destination, Primrose Lanes. If you're worried about parking, it's so easy there. They have their own parking lot. You just pull in, park, go inside, and enjoy yourself. Happy hour every weekday with half-off cocktails. So if you need one, today's the day to go to Primrose Lanes. The original lanes are restored for bowling, and you can reserve your lane today. Go to primroselanes.com.
You have allergies and you need relief, but you're tired of taking over-the-counter meds. Maybe you've thought, I don't have time to deal with it, and is there really a better solution out there? We've got you covered. And trust me when I say it's easier than you think. The most common thing we hear, I wish I would have come sooner. Set an appointment today with Aspire Allergy and Sinus and say goodbye to allergies. For good, go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment. That's aspireallergy.com.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Need your carpet and tile looking great without sticky, soapy chemical residue left behind? Zero Res will clean your carpets right away for just $49 per room and will give you 20% off your tile and grout cleaning. Google ZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards and backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Don't be impressed when you hear someone settle their case for what may seem like lots of money. $500,000 seems like lots of money until you learn they lost both legs, had a brain injury, or were paralyzed and can never work again. All law firms are not the same. To see what your case may be worth, go to forthepeople.com and look at our verdicts and settlements for cases just like yours. Look before you leave. Hire the right lawyer. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of clear vision. If you have a Flex Spending account, now is the time to schedule a LASIK consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 to get started on your path to better vision today. That's right, Flex Spending accounts can be used for LASIK procedures. Plus, you may qualify for 24-month interest-free financing. So, don't wait any longer. Simply text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your consultation today at the Filatowski Eye Institute.
At Target, your favorites are our favorites. And when you can save on your favorites too, yes please. This week only, get 20% off select breakfast essentials. That's 20% off all bagged and K-Cup coffee. Talk about essential. From brands like Good & Gather, Starbucks, and more. 20% off all cereal, like Frosted Flakes, Lucky Charms, the list goes on. And 20% off Tropicana and Simply Orange Juice too. But these deals end Saturday, so it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply.
West 2 News, now here for you at 7 p.m. Because breaking news doesn't wait for the right time.
News never stops.
And that's why our team keeps going. We're adding more coverage of what matters most to Central Florida. The big stories that will have you talking. An accurate forecast you can depend on. Stuart Moore, Michelle Imperato, Tony Manalfi. West 2 News at 7 p.m. Local, live, late breaking.
On the next Access Hollywood, how Kaylee Cuoco and Tom Pelphrey are taking their love and chemistry to the stage. Then
you make working motherhood look so good. It's how is it?
Our exclusive with new mom and trailblazing sports sideline reporter Erin Andrews on her Taylor Swift triumph.
There was some screaming. There was some crying.
Plus, Alicia Keys' husband Swizz Beatz and son Nazir on who really runs their family show. Next Access Hollywood.
Hey, Mario Lopez here. Join me for Access Hollywood tonight at 7:30 on West 2.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
iHeart Podcast Update. This week on your free iHeartRadio app. Sex, Lies, and Spray Tans. We'll take you all the way back to Dancing with the Stars Season 1 and up through today for all the dance floor drama. Next question with Katie Couric. Katie brings the thoughtful, inquisitive, relatable style to a slew of new and intimate conversations with some of the most fascinating and innovative people in news, politics, and pop culture. The Uppity Knitter Podcast with Saida Garrett, featuring musicians that Saida is friends with discussing their interesting and unusual hobbies. Hear these podcasts and more on your free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Holiday magic. Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. CREDIT. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
To the newest Secret Show subscribers, Brian, 1979, thank you. Amy Boone, thank you as well. You can learn more over at thenewsjunkie.com. Now, they said that we weren't ever going to be able to see this movie, and we talked about this last week, Sabrina. You missed this while you were in Ireland. Just like there was the movie Batgirl, and they said that they had, like,
Everything
written the
done.
movie, filmed it. Like, it was done.
Yeah, that's what I had heard. Like, it was ready to go. Maybe a couple more editing things.
Mhm.
Like, had they not even had like a screening for it?
I'm
Someone
not
had
sure.
Seen the entire movie?
There had been people who would watch the movie in its entirety because they were commenting on it, saying like it wasn't going well. The movie was not what it should be. And Warner Brothers, I believe, said we're going to write this off, which means they have to basically destroy the movie. You can't see it anywhere, but they get a tax write-off from the whole movie, which I thought was such a bummer. And I stand by this point. I'm like, think of all of the people who it took to put this together, and they did the soundtrack and they did the filming, and then no one ever gets to see the thing that you made, and that kind of sucks. And it happened again, because this time Warner Brothers again took a movie. Now this movie sounds a little bit on the non-promising side. This movie was going to have what's his name, the wrestler, You Can't See Me, John Cena.
Oh, right.
John Cena, Will Forte, and a CGI Wile E. Coyote were going to be in Coyote versus Acme, a movie about Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. Wow. And they spend $70 million on this movie. They totally filmed it, and they were going to shelve it. They were going to can it. Warner Brothers was going to write it off. They're now saying they're going to let the filmmakers shop the movie to other potential distributors. So they may find somebody who's willing to finance it and put it out in theaters so people do get to see the very in-demand Coyote versus Acme.
Why couldn't they do that with Batgirl?
I don't know why they didn't do it there. They really wanted to get the right down. They also did it with a movie called Scoob, the sequel to Scoob. That one too. A lot of people involved in it. They filmed the whole movie, and nobody will ever see it. But maybe there's a little bit of chance that this Coyote versus Acme thing will see the light of day.
Somewhere there's somebody that had a walk-on role on Batgirl, just a small, tiny little couple lines.
A big break.
Going, what the hell, man?
Yeah, and they told all their friends, like, I'm in Batgirl. It's coming out soon. I'm going to go watch myself in the theater. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. And then you get this. That absolutely sucks. The movie doesn't sound great, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know about John Cena and Will Forte and a CGI Wile E. Coyote, but best of luck that they get that through. Another movie coming out soon. Again, I got to look up the runtime. C-Lane, look up the runtime on Napoleon for me. This is coming out before too long.
Dynamite? Part 2?
No,
Damn
I wish. Napoleon with Joaquin Phoenix and Ridley Scott, Sir Ridley Scott, excuse me, is going to be coming out before too long. And I've seen a couple of trailers for this, and it looks pretty cool, but it seems like one of these ones that's going to be so damn long that you're stuck in the theater forever and a day. I thought they said it was 3 hours plus at the very least.
Okay, well, there's something on IMDb that claims 2 hours and 38 minutes, but I think these are like, it says powered by Alexa. So is this like trying to get the AI to answer all these questions?
I don't know. The 2 hours and 38 minutes is doable for some reason, even though it's not much less than the 3 hour mark.
Well, no, we heard about that. What was it? Was it Scorsese movie that the indie theaters were getting in trouble for offering an intermission in a 3 hour movie?
Right.
So now people won't do that.
Imagine that. Like, they liked it. The people were enjoying that they had the intermission so they could take a quick little break and then go back to the rest of the movie. But you're right. They got pissed off about that and threatened to pull further movies from them so they wouldn't even, they like shut down the damn business if they did that. All right, let's go check in with you. We can work in a couple of dispatches, and we see what's happening with Cosmic Lunch Meat, who sends a dispatch.
Hey, good day to you, junkies.
Hey.
Welcome back, C-Lane and Sabrina. Congratulations, Papa Lane.
Yep.
I was going to say for the junkie baby, but that's not good. So forget that.
Sounds
scratch
bad.
that.
That sounds bad.
But welcome back and congratulations.
Sounds like I had it with Sean.
Hey, I was just wondering, I was going through some shows this weekend, listening, catching up on some stuff, and had a thought. If a burger from McDonald's or whatever meal is going to be $18 or more moving forward, is that going to make people think twice about throwing it at the teenager behind the counter? Or is that going to be something that's included in the meal where for the extra money,
it's pricey now.
At least throw a French fry or something? I don't know. It's expensive, man. Y'all have a good one.
It is. I don't think that's going to work, though. I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are just turned off by how expensive it's getting. And I saw Burger King's going down, baby. It's happening right now. Burger King, another one of the big owners of a whole bunch of Burger King locations, just filed for bankruptcy. And it's no wonder, because every Burger King I see is inefficient and like a desert. There's nobody there. Their branding is all over the place. Nobody knows like what the heart and soul of Burger King is anymore. McDonald's is so good at that. You get the branding right away. And they're super duper consistent. So even though it might be too expensive, it is in some places $16 to get a Big Mac meal. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of money. It is pricey, but they at least have the right experience and branding down. Oh, and I saw this. Oh, I can't play it right now. I'm going to have to play it when we come back. I saw this video this weekend of some lady, and I cannot believe she posted this video online. She thought that this video made her look good. And she's like having an encounter with the kid who's working the drive-thru. I'll tell you what, I've got it right here. We'll get into that in just a bit. We'll also do jury duty when we come back. We got a lot more on the way for you. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Northern Tool and Equipment.
C.J. Stroud showed yet again he has it in the Texans' wild win over the Bengals. Like Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow, Stroud has proven he's great in high-pressure situations. He's the anti-Zach Wilson and Mac Jones. But along with the city of Houston, the big winner with Stroud's ascension is the National Football League. We've got another franchise quarterback to show off, and it's fun. I'm Colin Cowherd.
It's Black Friday all month long at Northern Tool and Equipment. For a limited time, 24 packs of AA or AAA batteries are just $2 for $10. And Iron Ton 4-tier industrial racks are only $199.99, a $50 savings only at your local Northern Tool store or northerntool.com.
Cento Family Moving and Storage is Central Florida's trusted source for local and long-distance moving. From packing to delivery, Cento Moving is fully licensed and insured to provide you a seamless moving experience so you can enjoy your new home in no time. Get a quote today at CentoMoving.com. Forget the stress, move with the best.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
On the new true crime podcast, Unrestorable, dive into the heartbreaking case of a mother declared not competent to stand trial, a father seeking justice for the children he lost, and the mental health laws that could let her walk free.
We're very punitive. We have just an extraordinarily high rate of incarceration in this country and a still pretty stigmatizing view of mental illness.
Listen to Unrestorable on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state. It's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Rebath. You know, any company that has great products and great services does not need high-pressure sales pitches, and Rebath does that. No high-pressure sales tactics. You will never be in a must-buy right now situation with Rebath. And there's no pricing games either, like other companies that start super high, then drop the price in half immediately if you buy today. It doesn't work like that with Rebath of Orlando. Still the only company that does full, complete bathroom remodeling, top to bottom, and they do it right the first time. Always stay in tune with their website for brand new designs. That's RebathMidFLA.com. In all my years of endorsing this company, I've never had a complaint. And there's a reason the big box stores choose Rebath for their bathroom remodeling business. This is a national brand that stands behind what they say and what they do. Rebath of Mid-Florida's reputation is so good, there are companies mimicking what they do and claiming to be with them. That's not true. Do your research and ask questions. Don't be fooled by imposters. Get with Rebath of Mid-Florida. Showroom 436 in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Hop online and check out the before and afters at RebathMidFLA.com.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, And Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
The iHeartRadio app and the NFL right in your pocket. The home of the NFL Podcast Network, covering all 32 NFL teams, plus all the expert advice to win your fantasy league. And, of course, live NFL games. Touchdown! Download the free iHeartRadio app today. Free never sounded so good.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your Crafted to Crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
John Mellencamp is going to ROCK in 2024. And if you listen here with the free iHeartRadio app, you and a guest could be on your way to see him with VIP access to one of America's iconic rockers. We'll get you to a Mellencamp tour stop and put you up for 2 nighs with front row seats, a backstage pass to meet John, and you'll walk away with a signed art book and a nice bag of treats. For a chance to win this iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience, listen to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
The biggest stories of the day in all their glory and insanity. You're listening.
Trial on TV, question mark? We'll see what's going on momentarily. But I wanted to share this with you. I love these moments that are captured on video where somebody records it and then they're so unaware of themselves and how they appear to others that they decide, yeah, this is a good idea for me to upload this to social media. This makes me look great, and I think I'm happy with the outcome of this back and forth. And there was one of those this weekend where somebody was going through the drive-thru and confronted the drive-thru worker. And I'm like, this is over the top. This is overkill, this response. Now, I don't think that he curses here, but be aware, be on edge, have the buttons ready for...
Get my dump fingers prepared.
Yeah, just be ready for it. I don't think he curses, but...
Yeah, see, that's always the phrase you say before they curse up a storm.
I know, but the words were on the screen when I was watching it before, and there were no curse words on there for the captions. Okay. So I think we're good. So anyways, this person recorded this, and they thought this was a good idea to upload online.
Hey, can I ask you something, by the way? No, it's just that every time I come here, like, at the late night hour, I don't know why, you're, like, very, like, it's not even me, because I know it's not just me. Like, I'm sure you're, like, this way with everyone. You just, like, are very impatient. Like, if like, you don't want this job, you don't have to be here. Like, I'm just letting you know. Like, you literally...
Look at this. This kid is... He's melting inside his body. This kid who's getting paid $8 an hour.
Yeah, talk about impatience. Doesn't have it for this conversation.
He's just staring like a zombie back at this asshole who's filming him. He's like, your attitude isn't what I'm expecting.
And I know that it's all, it's not just me. And it's just like every time I come here, and it's just like, I mean, what's the deal, man?
It's hard to understand what his gripe is because the guy is fumbling for words here.
Stuttering Stanley.
If you're going to confront somebody, be ready to go. Have your missive all ready to go so you can tell people why this person sucks. This doesn't make any sense.
Rush my order every single time, and I hate having you. And I mean, I'm sure my word means nothing to you, but I'm just telling you, You have the choice to have a different profession. This isn't a profession. I'm sure you're just very incompetent and you have to work here.
Oh, God.
Wow,
This guy,
man.
he just stared back the
douche.
entire time because he knows maybe he's got bills coming up. And he goes, I would like to tell this guy a lot of things, but if I do, then I'm definitely fired. And sometimes it's better when the person's looking that bad, just don't say anything and let them upload it to the internet. And then afterwards, the internet will do its thing.
I mean, what do you expect from a drive-thru? Honestly.
Yeah. Like, I want you to be very formal with me. And,
Hey, Steve, welcome back for the third time today.
Yeah,
Would you like
how's everything going?
enough food for a whole small family, but just for you?
It's so dumb. And the expectations out of whack. That's one of the bigger problems we have in this country. People's outsized expectations. If you're going through a drive-through, here's what you should call a W. If you pull up to the drive-through thing and the person is responsive fairly quickly, if they get your order correct and you pay and you go home and everything went well, that's a win right there. Put that in the win column. Now, if you say that, well, they weren't really sweet to me and they didn't give me any compliments and the guy was a little bit cold.
Go to a restaurant.
Yeah, go to a place where you're going to be throwing down some tips and not the drive-through in the middle of the night, by the way, where this poor Zombo kid is just staring back at you while you're filming him.
The expectation should be super low in the middle of the night, I think. Like,
it should.
You're the one that's getting this late night meal, eating at an hour like this.
You're lucky they're even open.
Yeah.
Now, did he just upload that part? He didn't get the response, huh?
Yeah, no,
Wow,
that's
what
it.
a
That's
shame.
all that was posted online by this guy.
I would have loved. He's like, all right, thanks. You can pull up.
And Zephyr's Biker says the guy's food will get spit on at his next drive-through visit. I always think about that stuff. That's particularly one of many reasons why I wouldn't do something like this.
If this guy actually goes back to this drive-through, this very same drive-through, he deserves it. Why would you do this and put this on the internet and expect the service to improve?
Some people are that clueless, though. There absolutely is a lot of people out there that would do that and have no clue.
You know what? You're right, because there's a place that I used to play at, and they had a neighbor who would call the cops and complain about the live music outside, and then would come in the next day for lunch.
It's like
I know exactly which place you're talking about.
We know what you did, sir. We know what you're up to. Speaking of that, this was a glorious weekend for me. Oh, I love this weekend. Next Door was just fantastic. This
Really?
weekend.
So long. I should have looked if they had Next Door in Ireland.
Oh, because while you were gone, Sabrina, Electric Daisy Carnival was in town. And that is the greatest thing for Next Door that anybody could ask for.
You should have seen it this morning.
Still people complaining?
No, not complaining necessarily. It was just all the ravers that were still up from the last
really?
night. My friend Danielle was working the 7 a.m. shift over at Wally's.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, there was like 3 ravers, glasses on, like, haven't slept, we're 24, ready to party. I was just living.
My God.
Ooh, did she text you anything to brag about anything, by the way?
She did not. I was just watching the live Instagram because one of the ravers grabbed her phone and just was interacting with Danielle's friends on Instagram, including me. But I'm looking forward to the brag. So Next Door, they were complaining about the loud music.
On cue, this rave comes into town. It's called Electric Daisy Carnival. They tour all over, I think. Right? There's multiple EDCs, right?
Yeah. Well, and like across the nation?
Like Vegas has one, I think. I think there's a couple other ones. Anyhow, so this goes on, and every person on Next Door is like, this music is unacceptable. I can't believe this. It just sounds like random bashing of instruments, and they're melting down over there. This should be illegal. They all should be arrested right now. It's just, it's so glorious, too. This is the best time of year for all that.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, it is. Next Door is the best, man. All right, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you got a big decision to make. You got to pick the attorney. You should want somebody who's going to fight for you, somebody who's going to be personable. They're going to talk to you on the phone. They're going to hear what your story was. They're going to start the process to make sure that you get what you deserve. That person, without a doubt, is Mo DeWitt, and his number is 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. What do you think about this? Former President Trump's legal team has formally told a federal court that he would like his election subversion trial in Washington, D.C. to be televised.
Hell yes.
They say court rules do not allow for broadcasting of federal proceedings, and the Justice Department is opposed to allowing cameras. Several media outlets have asked the court to consider allowing cameras at the historic trial. President Trump absolutely agrees and, in fact, demands that these proceedings be fully televised. No word on whether or not they're going to accept this or not, but I think it would be, God, wouldn't it be better just to have it out there so it's not behind closed doors and people see what was said?
I think a lot of them would be better that way. That's why we've been talking about these, not behind the scenes, but behind closed doors hearings that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like, hey, we've been doing this. We do it because this is how we've been doing it this whole time. But it's almost like we do this because we don't necessarily have to show any receipts at what happened inside.
Right. And if he loses and he comes out and he says, here's what happened and this happened and this happened, isn't it better just to have the video so we all know exactly what happened in the courtroom? And plus, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be some fireworks. What do you think over on chat? Should they televise Trump's trial? This would be a groundbreaking. Not ground baking.
That'd be fun too.
If they do it during the summer, it could be during a ground baking time.
This would be a groundbreaking trial. It would draw in huge numbers of eyeballs.
Who gets to pick that up though? The true, what was it, Law and Crime YouTube channel?
I don't know. They probably just have a public feed, right? I guess, and then all the networks would have access to that, and then even everybody could stream it and stuff. I think it would be a good idea to do this. I think that this would be smart to do so you can keep from any conspiracies bubbling up. I want to watch it. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Sea Witch on YouTube says that trial should be televised. All trials should be televised. SCOTUS arguments as well. She would like more openness and sort of the sunlight is the best disinfectant argument there. We want to see what you think, and we'll also get to this story about this young kid bullied at school, and his story is unbelievable, plus something new that they're learning in schools. All that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a little
holiday magic
is just minutes away, and brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Uni, a product of ePass.
What would you do with the time and money you save with ePass?
Probably just take a nice long nap.
Correct! Yes! This week only, get the 19-state portable Uni for just $5. Or pick up the always free toll sticker at getepass.com.
This hour of programming is brought to you in part by Second Harvest Food Bank. Help today at feedhopenow.org.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Selling your car doesn't have to be difficult. This is easy. Do you want the most money for your vehicle? Of course you do. And a hassle-free process? That's GiveMeTheVin.com. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and thousands of online reviews. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVin.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free-falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do there, we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we deliver for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Making it to Wednesday is a win in itself. And to celebrate, Dunkin' Rewards members get a free donut with drink purchase every Wednesday, now through December. Limit 1 classic donut per member per Wednesday. Terms and exclusions may apply. Participation may vary. Offer ends 12/27/2023.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, QuietTech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brakes from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Simply Safe Home Security, your safety is the only thing that matters. That's why you get 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day, because every home deserves to be protected. Right now, get 50% off the whole home security system named the best of 2023 by U.S. News and World Report. Visit simplysafe.com/radio to save big today. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
The inaugural NBA in-season tournament tips off this fall. See the Orlando Magic battle the Toronto Raptors on Tuesday, November 21st, and the Boston Celtics on Friday, November 24th at Amway Center. Tickets at orlandomagic.com/tournament.
Huge Black Friday savings all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Holiday Magic.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
And ready to go. And we'll peek into those in just a moment. This is one of the weirdest things I have ever seen online in my entire life, I swear to God. Because this is a visual, I've done the service of bringing it over to see it now on the newsjunkie.com.
Good move.
So everybody else can take a look. But
what the hell is that?
Have you seen this?
That?
You haven't seen this yet?
Is that a cat?
This is a cat, all right? This is a cat. Look at this thing.
That's the most muscular cat I've ever seen in my life.
What are we looking at?
That is creepy.
This is the weirdest. That's it. That's all we learn about this animal's life. It looks like it just got out of a stint in prison. You see this little guy? It's like, okay, it's a hairless cat that looks like one of those jacked kangaroos.
Yeah. A cat juices for sure.
I don't know. It's standing up, by the way. I don't know why anything's happening that's happening in this video. But go check it out. It's on See It Now, and you have to take a look at this thing.
Cat is ripped.
It's so weird looking. And maybe it's got something wrong with it that makes it jacked like that, or it's just what it looks like because there's no fur on it. Oh,
I think that's partly it. Anytime you see a hairless cat or like a featherless bird, ooh.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah, but
Courtney.
like sometimes you'll see more flabby with the hairless cats, not one that lifts benches 250.
This guy looks like a weightlifter or something. It's something to see. Go check it out over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. Let's go over to California for a moment because right now, not, when people were demanding this or when it was a major issue or when you had all these homeless people with encampments all over the streets of San Francisco. It was dangerous for the people that were camping out there, dangerous for everybody else who's being around it. Open-air drug markets in San Francisco. Not any of those times. But when the president of China, it's not Xi Jinping, it's, who's the premier right now? Hang on, it'll probably be in this story. Or is it Hu Jintao? I forgot. Who the hell's in charge of China right now?
China leader.
Yeah, they said that this person is going to be coming to San Francisco. Oh, Xi Jinping. Okay, so Xi Jinping is
really
coming
wish I hadn't deleted that clip from earlier.
Oh, you deleted it? Damn
coming to San Francisco, and magically, all of the streets are clean. There's no poop to be seen. All the encampments are gone. Everything is all shined up and ready to go. And people are a little taken aback that why didn't this happen earlier? Here's Fox 2 talking.
Yes, that's right. The summit is expected to bring in $53 million, filling hotel rooms, bringing big business. And the city did tidy up for Dreamforce, but this cleanup is much more extensive.
The streets are clean again.
In the
Some of them.
For the Asia Pacific Economic Conference, city leaders are making sure the city shines.
Tourism is our business here in San Francisco, and we need to focus on making sure that the tourist dollars still come back.
Caltrans repaving major roadways like the Harrison Street off-ramp from the I-80. BART doubling down by deep cleaning their stations overnight more often.
Everything's getting the once over because we got the leader of China coming into town. hopefully they'll keep it like this, maybe, so the city looks nice and people think things are above board over there. That would be nice.
The city had gotten a little bit dingy over time.
Scrubbing and power washing is happening all over the city.
Yeah, the bottom of my shoes look clean.
Good for you, guy.
Yeah.
What a world.
And how few homeless encampments there are on major thoroughfares.
I love how all just the residents of these neighborhoods in San Francisco are like, this is fantastic. Why didn't we do this earlier? Well, that's what people were screaming for. Now, could you keep it up after all the very famous people from around the world leaders leave San Francisco?
Having been a longtime resident in the Bay Area, you just naturally start to wonder if houseless folks being displaced.
Public Works is installing decorative crosswalks in North Beach and Chinatown.
Wow.
And the Webster Street pedestrian bridge in Japantown was recently repainted.
Japantown.
The Yerba Buena Gardens at the Moscone Center are
they got one of everything in San Francisco. Any kind of Asian denomination that you might be, they have an area, a town for them.
Hey, well, there you go. When you start seeing the streets get a little bit dirtier, send an invite to a world leader.
Yep.
And they'll clean up real quick.
From China.
That's how it works.
From China. The same China that all the Republicans at the debate were showboating about how they're going to they're going to keep China in check and they're going to ban TikTok. And meanwhile, libtard San Francisco is like, China's coming, clean everything. Get the homeless out.
They got to make it look nice. The people are going to get used to this. They better watch out over there. They're going to get used to the streets being nice again. Man, might bring some business back. That's what would actually be nice. I say this because I saw not that long ago, probably to be as accurate as possible, about 2 to 3 months ago, I saw somebody doing a live stream where they were just walking through the streets of San Francisco. It was a Thursday. It was during work hours. It was a ghost town. It was filthy. There were tents everywhere. It was just an absolute disaster. And then you see them do this, and it's like, why? Why didn't you do this before? Why don't you keep your city nice?
Well, China wasn't coming before.
Exactly.
You know how many other cities I've been to where, Chicago is a good example. Chicago has problems, like any other big city. They do. But Chicago is never filthy. Never. You don't walk down the sidewalks and see trash everywhere. You don't see any of that stuff.
That's because they just dump it all in the river.
Probably. That's what they do to make it green for St. Patrick's Day each year. Just all the trash right in there. It's always nice. It's always a really nice, clean city. And I think that's so important. You know where else is very nice? And this is no coincidence. Washington, D.C. is always very clean and huge sidewalks and absolutely beautiful buildings everywhere. They keep the place up because they always have leaders from other countries coming in there. Sticking to California, and by the way, I think Gavin Newsom basically said, yeah, that's why we did this. We did this because the president of China was coming into town here.
I know folks say, oh, they're just cleaning up this place because all those fancy leaders are coming into town. That's true because it's true.
Oh, wow.
But it's also true
because it's
for months and months and months prior to APEC. We've been having different conversations.
Okay, so maybe this is related to a change.
Was a vague statement.
That's true because it's true. But he's saying we were having other conversations. Maybe my fingers are crossed here for San Francisco. Maybe they said enough's enough. We'll use this as an excuse to start cleaning things up, and then we'll just stay on top of it. That would be very good for the city of San Francisco, and maybe the bleeding can stop there. In California schools, they are now recognizing a new required subject in K-12. You'll do your English, your arts, your science, your math, your history, and social studies. You'll be doing all those. But there's now going to be a new class called Recognizing Fake News in California for kids K-12. And here's the biggest caveat in the entire world. If they do this in a completely nonpartisan way, this is unironically a genius idea for kids. For kids to learn things that they can do to spot news that's fake, to spot something that is being disingenuous, to spot something that's like hate bait or clickbait. That is something good for kids to learn. If they keep politics out of it, that would be very, very good. Because if you're going to come at me with a straight face and tell me we don't have a problem with finding the truth online right now, I don't know. I can't take you seriously. There's lies everywhere online. There's misinformation everywhere online. And people gobble it up and they get angry about it. And then we go on to the next thing. And they believe a different view of whatever world event is happening that they're upset about. It's really a problem. And I know that sounds weird. It's like, oh, fake news class. But why not?
Yeah.
Why not fake news class?
Especially when, most of them are going to be writing it themselves when they're adults.
No, yeah, it's the future.
Not the
That's
fake
the
news.
future.
Hopefully, regular news that's not fake. But I would
What
love to
age?
be a fly on the wall for that kindergarten class.
Mhm.
Like, how does it start? What's the most basic fake news lesson?
All right, kids, here we go. They could just run a reel of some of the greatest hits that we've seen over the last decade or so and start there. But you can teach kids real things in the ways to tell if the thing that you're reading has any credibility to it. And we do this with everything else. We're like, here's how to make sure that the money you have is legit. Here's how to make sure somebody's presenting you with something that's not a scam. And unfortunately, people get caught up in that over and over and over again. I follow r/scams on Reddit, and not a day goes by when somebody doesn't post, hey, this is crazy. Somebody just accidentally deposited a bunch of money in my bank account.
Woo!
And they said it was a mistake, and they're asking me to send it back. And every time it's like, okay, don't fall for this, please. That money will never actually resolve in your account. Don't send them any money. You are getting scammed right now. I got a couple of things to get over to, but I wanted to talk about this young kid. He deserves his story to be told. His name's Jonathan Lewis. He's 17 years old, and he goes to high school in Las Vegas, Nevada. He has died, and this was a schoolyard fight. The whole pack of students out there, a bunch of young kids. They said that Jonathan Lewis was stepping up to defend his friend. And in this footage, I'm not going to show it because he died as a result of them beating him. But there's a mob of high school kids, at least a dozen, if not more, pummeling this kid, Jonathan Lewis,
man.
over and over and over and over and over again.
On school grounds?
On school grounds. Well, right near the school, Rancho High School. It's like right next to it.
And nobody stopped it. Just
None of the other
filmed
kids
it.
stopped. Yeah, none of the other kids stopped. Multiple kids filmed it, had their cameras
Terrific.
out, and posted it online. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition as he was bleeding from the head. He ended up dying a couple of days later. The boy's father, his name is also Jonathan Lewis, has paid tribute and shared his last messages on a GoFundMe they have up. He said the last message he had sent to his son was, "Love you, son." Just a day before the alleged assault, Lewis had asked his father how much money was on his bank card and thanked him when he told the sum. Blah, 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 blah. So now I don't know what they're going to do because they haven't announced it yet, but I would certainly hope that they're looking at some charges for these young men who were involved in pummeling this poor kid because you have to punish people when they do
What they
this
say he
stuff.
died of?
I think it was just like blunt force trauma because he was bleeding from the head and stuff. And I like I said, I don't want to watch it. If you look up
I'm not going to.
Vegas school fight or anything, you'll see, and it's just a bunch of people who don't care about another person's life, just endlessly kicking and punching that person and thinking probably that they'll get away with it. There's no problem with it at all. All right, let's go to an incident on an airplane. Actually, let's hang that for a second. I'll get to this because there's this lady who...
The singer? Can't wait. Please give it enough time. It's
the
beautiful.
lady who has stepped up to be the weirdest
Something
person
else.
of the day for some reason. All right, let's check in with a couple of you in the meantime. Here's Guitar Slinger talk about Burger King.
You are definitely right about Burger King. The one near my house is just so lame. And the reason we were going there is for a while, you get coupons all over the place where you could get 2 full meals for like $10.99, which that's pretty good, burger, fries, and a drink. But the problem is you start looking at the specs on Burger King food, highest amount of trans fat of any fast food burger out there.
Is that true?
Not only is it not that great, but it's the worst one for you.
Yeah, but I'm not coming at it from that perspective. When I talk about Burger King, I actually like some of Burger King stuff. Like the chicken sandwich.
That's what I grew up on.
Yes, I had it
Makes
all
me
the
sad.
time. I like the chicken sandwich.
I
like
preferred McDonald's. I had
This
something
guy.
about the flame broil or what. I
You
don't
don't
know,
like a
it's-
Whopper?
It was fine. I preferred the other.
Well, you would probably say this at least. Like the food is not the number one reason why they're not doing well here. Some people at least like the food.
I loved their breakfast. I always liked, growing up, I liked Burger King's breakfast over McDonald's.
Yeah, the croissant sandwiches and like the little coin hash browns.
That was before the breakfast burrito, though.
Oh yeah, that was a game changer. But Burger King, their fault is with just across the board at all the locations that I'll end up trying. It's poorly operated. Management sucks. Nobody's doing their job. People are just laying back. You drive up to the drive-thru, nobody even says anything to you. You don't know if they're open or not. You order on DoorDash and they cancel the order because they don't want to make it. It's like the businesses are barely functioning, and that's the problem I see. It's a management problem. And it's not because people are going to blame it on this. And I hear you if you're bringing this forward. You're going to say, oh, it's because lazy kids now, these young kids who get a job at Burger King, they're too lazy to work. Well, then why do you go to McDonald's and kids the very same age are getting the job done? Because you need management. You need managers to take and find what the best they can pull out of these kids, what that is, and make sure that the place is operating right. Every single time you have poor management at a place. We got a movie theater downtown here. When I moved downtown, it was nice to be able to walk across the street and go to the movie theater. And there's nice big theaters, big comfy chairs, nice bathroom. They had like all kinds of food options and stuff. In 8 years, that place fell into disrepair. Their big screen outside stopped working. Their
we were
bathrooms,
supposed to be on that, weren't we?
We were on it at one point. No, that's a different one. There's the big screen out there you're talking about, and then there's the one that is just always not on because it used to show the movie times and stuff. The bathrooms are filthy.
Sabrina's talking about you're talking about the billboard, right?
Yeah.
That one works. I believe it does. And all the employees in there are like not paying any attention to anything. I look at that and I could go, well, these young kids don't care. But I know that I go to another movie theater with kids the same age, and because it has good management, the place is run well. It's not about kids are too lazy to work. It's about managers who are adults suck at their jobs. And I think that's what Burger King is facing.
Then you have some customers that go there and, I don't know, smoke inside and throw an entire bucket of popcorn across the floor.
No video evidence of this. There's zero.
There's definitely security footage of it, and the worst part was that I left my car keys. And I had to go back. And I'm like,
that's right.
What happened to this place?
Yeah, geez, there must have been some real rapscallions in here. If people say that still.
Nope.
Hey, I have a question for the both of you, and please don't read into this much, okay? Because I'm not saying what you think I'm going to be saying, okay?
Okay.
We went to the movies this weekend, and Courtney and I saw what the hell was it? We saw some like horror movie, which was like full
Exorcist?
of plot holes. No. I'll figure it out in a second. I can't remember the name right offhand, but it was a new
Trolls
it's a new
band together.
No, it's not Trolls. It's a scary one.
Thanksgiving?
No, I want to see that though. That looks good. That's a horror movie. This one's a horror movie too. It's in theaters right now, and something about stabbing or something.
It's a Wonderful Knife.
That's it. It's a Wonderful Knife. That's what we watched, and it was interesting. Not a great movie, but whatever. As we go into the theater and we sit down, we are the only ones there.
Nice.
Oh, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Only people in the theater. All right. Now, eventually, a couple of other people ended up going in there. But if I go into the theater and just you and whoever you're with, is there somebody up at that little window, like actively looking down into the theater the whole time? Or are we like alone in that theater?
I don't know. It really depends, because I think it's not what it used to be. It's like you're not putting a big reel into the reel machine. But I also think that you have one person who's overseeing a bunch of theaters that are playing at the same time.
So there's somebody, it's not just like one person for every single theater. They're running back and forth between all the theaters.
I would assume.
And so odds are, unless they're actively starting the movie.
What did you do in the
nobody
movie
peering
theater,
in.
Sean?
Nothing. I was just wondering.
Right.
I didn't do anything in the
Guys,
theater.
do the old Lauren Boebert?
No.
Lauren Boebert?
Yeah, right.
No, didn't do that. I wasn't boob grabbing and rubbing around. I wanted to know if there was an overlord watching in on us, or if it was clear up there. Arya Shadowblade says nobody's up there unless something happens. It still
How do
feels
they know
like
something
somebody
happens, though?
I guess if like, I don't know, and maybe there's some alert
Like if the
that goes
movie
out.
stops or something.
I want to go up there. If somebody works at one of these movie theaters, I want to go up in the projectionist
Well, you're not
area.
going to the downtown one, I'll tell you that.
No, I'm probably out of that one for now. But
Not
that's
after all the boob grabbing this weekend.
Hey.
But I didn't do that.
Over the
I
pants
just wanted
stuff,
to know. I wanted to know if there was somebody up there watching. Some crazy news in the weight loss world. Wait to hear a story that was just released today that could change absolutely everything. What's going on? It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Twitter? Yep. We're still there. Real Radio 1041 on Twitter is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Orlando, what's going on? I hope the start to your week is great on this Monday. And if you're behind the wheel right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, seems like only a couple of delays due to small incidents, including OBT southbound at Jones Avenue, Pine Hills Road just north of Clarkona-Ocoee Road, and Dean Road, that's southbound at the intersection of the 408. But again, not any major issues. You should be able to make your way through those areas fine. Your usual delay on I-4, of course, also eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch security line is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale November 17th at 10 a.m. at RockTheCountry.com.
All right, folks, my friends at Maxine's on Shine are here to make your week even better with Maxine's Mind Boggler. A big congratulations to last week's winner, Mark. Now, the first person to answer this riddle correctly wins a $25 gift card to Maxine's on Shine. Here is your riddle. You find me in December, but not in any other month. What am I? You find me in December, but not in any other month. What am I? If you know the answer, email me, Sabrina@realradio.fm. And, of course, the first person to send the correct answer wins a $25 gift card. And if you don't win today's riddle, don't worry. You got a shot every single week. Plus, you're going to feel like a winner every time you visit Maxine's on Shine. Voted Best Downtown Orlando Restaurant 3 years in a row. Diverse, comfortable, and delicious with a splash of sexiness. For more information on location and reservations with my full-hearted recommendation, go to Maxine'sOnShine.com.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Our Fence Outlet salesperson was a wealth of information. Things that weren't addressed by other companies were addressed by Fence Outlet. We're so pleased with our new Fence Outlet fence.
Go to FenceOutlet.com today. License number C10252 and C10803.
When a client comes to our firm after an accident, we have the awesome responsibility of returning what was taken away from them. Loss of income and earning potential, past and future medical bills, pain and suffering, the loss of the enjoyment of life. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our clients don't seek charity, they seek justice. They're looking to have their life back and property restored. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about your legal rights. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
It's No Pay November at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Get Black Friday savings all month on every new and used car. And pay no money down, no interest financing, and no payments for 6 months. How can you say no? Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Always night pads are designed for a perfect night's sleep. So you can do your bear hugging a pillow thing, your free falling starfish thing, your burritoed in a blanket with the AC blasting thing. While Always night pads with rapid dry do their we've got your back with fast absorbency and up to 10 hours of protection thing. So while your period's doing its own thing, Always lets you do your sleep thing. Shop for Always in-store or online, wherever you get your pads.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
No payments for 90 days with approved credit on every truck in stock. Ford, Chevy, Ram, and GMC. Nations Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s. Take advantage of huge Black Friday sales all month long. Visit nationstrucks.com today.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. Get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, including advanced Wi-Fi, and one unlimited mobile line free for 12 months. And when you add Spectrum TV, get a Zumo Stream Box free for 12 months. Spectrum One Stream. It's streaming simplified. Visit Spectrum.com for details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app?
Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations.
It's free. I love iHeartRadio.
Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Holiday magic! Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. DEPOSIT. That's deposit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and get a little holiday magic. And may your efforts bear fruit.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is
Especially if you're fat, trying to drop some pounds. There's like 8,000 different new weapons for you in your arsenal. And now there's even crazier news out in this world. We have learned of so many new drugs in the past year, I would say. Let's go through these here. Wegovy is one, right?
Yep, Ozempic.
Ozempic is a big one. Yep. And Mounjaro, I think, is the name of one of them.
Buongiorno.
Not Buongiorno. That's a different.
Isn't that
thing,
a mountain range?
Maybe. I don't know.
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, that's right. Mounjaro is from Eli Lilly, and there's several others out there. And it's like a strange miracle drug in some ways, or at least that's what people say about these drugs. You take them, and what they do is kind of magical. It slows down the digestion process. And when it slows that down, your stomach is full for longer, and you don't feel the need to eat. And people are saying this has just been a breakthrough for them. Of course, if you stop taking the drug, your digestion is going to go back to normal, your appetite's going to go back to normal, and you may very well put all the weight back on
It happens.
if you don't keep up with things. But now they're talking about how successful these drugs are, right? Check this out. We got that lady who freaks out on an airplane in a second. But this says, first to the market was Novo Nordisk with Wegovy. Demand for the injectable medication is through the roof, says QZ.com, with sales spiking 734% in the last quarter compared to the previous year. That's triggering widespread supply shortages. Now a much-anticipated rival, Zepbound, this is the new one that people are talking about, Zepbound by Eli Lilly, has won U.S. Food and Drug Administration approval, providing another option for eager consumers to compare efficacy and price. Meanwhile, UK regulators have approved Eli Lilly's Mounjaro for weight loss management use. Now, here's how they fared. All right, tirzepatide is the main ingredient in this Zepbound drug and in Mounjaro. It was found in trials to achieve an average weight loss of 26% in 1 year.
Damn.
In 52 weeks, the average person on this drug lost 26% of their body weight. That is stunning to me. And Eli Lilly's SURMOUNT-4 trial of 783 adults who were overweight or obese but without diabetes, random participants who took the drug for 36 weeks were switched to a placebo, and at 88 weeks maintained a 9.5% weight loss from their baseline. So they gained a little back, it sounds like. Eli Lilly's experimental drug, Retatrutide, is still in trials, but its phase 2 test results have already seen participants losing 24% of their body weight in 48 weeks. 48 weeks, not even a full year. And they're losing a quarter of their weight. And here's the real kicker, folks. Available after Thanksgiving. Zepbound will cost you $1,059 for a month's supply.
Oh,
No.
gosh.
No insurance can cover that?
Not on this, it doesn't say. Maybe some insurance companies will eventually. They should, really. Smart for them. Available after Thanksgiving, it'll cost $1,059, which is 20% cheaper than Wegovy, which is $1,349 per month.
How much is Ozempic, did it say?
It doesn't say on here, but I think it's in that same ballpark. I think they're all over like $1,000 a month, which I would guess is too pricey for a lot of people. And unfortunately,
you're saving money on food.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. It's not wrong. You'll be saving money on food. I don't know if you'll save $1,000 worth.
Look at my Uber Eats account and tell me.
It's crazy how big of a breakthrough all this stuff has been. Now, there was a story about a lady who died on one of these recently.
I just don't understand how people aren't passing out left and right. I know that it curbs your appetite, but you have to eat at some point or you become weak and can pass out. So it's like, do you have to set a timer for yourself and make sure you take a bite of an apple? Or it's like you're not eating for days?
I think it's like you're eating, but you're eating very small quantities. But anybody with experience with this, send us a dispatch. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady says, also they say Ozempic and stuff, if you don't have type 2 diabetes, you will by the time you come off of Ozempic because the body forgets to make insulin, she says. I don't know,
that's
how
crazy.
accurate that is. Ozempic, you need an A1C with insurance. Ozempic was $24 a month for me. So that person with that kind of insurance was able to pull that off, which sounds like a nice way to do things. I'm very impressed with what these drugs have done so far. Celine, look up Ozempic dead. I want to know about the woman who died. I forgot what the details were on that.
And we still don't know what the long-term effects are. It's still too new in the market.
We know what the long-term effects are for people who have diabetes, because that's what it was used for, but we don't know if it's going to be different for somebody who doesn't have diabetes.
This Australian woman says she was trying to slim down before her daughter's wedding. She was taking Ozempic and Saxenda, Saxenda. Never heard of that.
Me
but she
either.
died of acute gastrointestinal illness.
Dang.
Does that mean like she
As
just got
opposed to an
stopped
ugly
up?
gastrointestinal illness?
Is that she just got like stopped up and died of like constipation?
I'm looking here.
By the way, Carter on YouTube says 3 weeks into Ozempic, 10 pounds down. Definitely don't have much of an appetite, eating smaller portions, but 0 side effects, he says. And that's what's so sexy to people.
Reached out to a doctor for prescription in 2022. She was struggling with gastrointestinal side effects like diarrhea. She kept using it. Said my daughter was getting married. I wanted to fit into that dress.
God, man.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that, though. And I'm sure, the right doctors that are prescribing this are telling you, like, you have to keep monitoring that. If you're having some GI issues, you should stop. If you have heart issues, you should stop.
Yeah.
All that stuff is supposed to be covered. And then you're also finding doctors who will write you up just like they did painkillers back in the day with no problem.
Sure, because it's money flowing in. Oh, my God, is it cash? There's a lot of money to be made here. I was watching that movie, and I think we crossed wires on this, actually, because, Celine, you watched a different drug movie. That one was with, what's his name, the actor, about the pill.
Matthew
pill mills.
Broderick.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick.
That was
Painkillers.
Yeah, Painkillers. This is a miniseries. I thought you said you did watch that.
No, I watched a different one. We watched a movie about a woman who was in the sales world
I
for
started
a
watching
painkiller. And it was so illuminating. It was based on a true story. And this drug was not getting off the ground. And this woman who was a stripper, she gets fired from her job, and she goes and starts selling pharmaceuticals. And Courtney didn't know how
Isn't
this
it
whole
Emily
world
Blunt?
worked. I believe so, yeah. And she was great in it. And Courtney didn't know how this pharmaceutical sales world worked. I was like, it's mostly very attractive women. That's who works in this world. And they go and pitch these drugs to doctors. And every time the doctors write a script for those drugs, the pharmaceutical sales reps make a boatload of money.
Oh, yeah.
So the pharmaceutical sales reps will lube up the doctors to try to get them to write scripts for their stuff. And it just spirals out of control. And there's a lot of money going around there. And if you watch this, what would you say her name was again, the actress?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
It's
Drug.
Pain Something, too, on Netflix.
Hold on. Sicario is coming up. That is absolutely not it. I'll find this during the break. But it was really good. It was illuminating.
Pain Hustlers.
That's what it is. Pain Hustlers, I think, is it. And
that's what it is, I think.
No, it's definitely it. I'm looking at the thing right now.
Who's on it?
Emily Blunt.
Okay.
And wasn't it Will Arnett?
Oh, yeah. Chris Evans, Captain America. He's in it, too. Yeah, that guy's in it. And there's a couple other people you might recognize. Pain Hustlers is the movie. And it shows you how the pharmaceutical industry works. It was pretty crazy to watch that. All right, when we come back, the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show. Later today, your chance to win tickets to see the Eagles with special guest Steely Dan, March 4th, 2024 at Amway Center. Tickets on sale now and up for grabs this afternoon. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Hi, everybody. Good Monday to you. Jamie King with you now in the Fox 35 Storm Center. Hope you had a great weekend. Back out of here for you on this Monday. We look for mostly cloudy, breezy conditions. Northeast winds at 10 to 20. Got some passing showers. Possibility really at any time today. 30 to 40% coverage, so maybe have the umbrella handy just in case. Looks like we're cloudy, cool tonight. Showers for the evening and overnight. Chances still hold steady, 30 to 40%. Tuesday rain chance 30% with a high at 78. For Fox 35, a Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber.
HOA and condo board members, it pays to have fiber. Let Blue Stream Fiber show you how fiber internet provides revenue for communities while saving up to 50% off retail rates. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio to find out more.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Visit one of our 11 Orlando Sleep Number stores or visit sleepnumber.com.
First, we tried a cheaper grocery store, but we still couldn't buy enough food. I keep smiling because I don't want my parents to feel bad. They work so hard, and I know how much they love me. But people like you give us hope. This holiday season, every $10 you donate to Second Harvest Food Bank helps provide 40 meals. Thanks to you, we can enjoy a big meal together as a family. Give today at feedhopenow.org.
Are you dealing with tooth pain? Don't suffer in silence. Advanced Endodontics is here to help. Our expert team offers state-of-the-art care and is dedicated to helping you find relief. We specialize in root canals and have 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, and you don't need a referral to make an appointment. Visit IneedARootCanal.com today. Don't delay. That's IneedARootCanal.com and take the pain away.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There is no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Floridians, do you know how close you are to freshness? It's not a plane or a ship ride away. It's not across an ocean or over the equator. It's not even a far drive. The peak of freshness is at your grocery store, and it's called Fresh from Florida. Fresh from Florida is local produce grown by farmers right here in our own state, meaning it's always fresh, always in season, and always mouth-wateringly good. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo or ask for it by name where you shop.
With the holidays upon us, the increase in traveling, shopping, and connecting online also heightens the need to protect your identity and finances with LifeLock. Identity thieves see this time of year as an opportunity to drain your accounts, open new loans in your name, and damage your financial future. LifeLock detects and alerts you to the threats you might miss on your own. Don't let the busy holiday season catch you off guard. Save up to 25% off your first year with promo code CLAY. LifeLock.com, promo code CLAY.
Listen up. This is so easy. Do you want the most money for your used car? Do you want a hassle-free process? Of course you do. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the BBB. That's Better Business Bureau, baby, and thousands of online reviews. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Get the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVIN.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
People are winning every single day. Regular people are winning every day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
It's just a fun atmosphere. The pool, the spa, the gaming, the food, the shopping. I came one night, hit the double downs, had a couple of good runs, and won about $300,000.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at FASWD.com.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us today. We appreciate that. We like hanging out with you, and we'll be here tomorrow for you as well. But if you missed any of the show today, the podcast will be up before too long.
Yeah.
And that's ready for you over at thenewsjunkie.com.
It's nice to be all back together, too.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Boys are
3
back in
weeks.
town.
3 weeks of chaos there, and
I'm
we got it all
surprised you
back
didn't
together.
take a week off.
No.
Really change it up.
We're getting there. We got our Thanksgiving, short tiny Thanksgiving break coming up before too long. And then we got, before you know it, the end of the year, where we actually get a big break for once. So that's
and
on
no
the horizon.
Stress, right? Leading up to it.
Thank God. That seems real nice. Well, we will have Just Okay next year. It is going to be happening. We've already been to the venue, and it's almost done. It's right there on the edge of being completely finished, and we're assured that it'll be ready. Meanwhile, there is a story that I want to touch on real quick because this is nonsense, and this is slander. This says from the New York Post, escaped circus lion terrorizes seaside town in Italy, sends residents into panic. And this
where
is
did the lion go?
here's why this is nonsense, okay? Absolute nonsense. The lion isn't terrorizing residents of this seaside Italian town. The lion escaped from the circus, and it's every bit as scared as anybody else is.
Right.
It doesn't know what it's like to be on the inside of like some neighborhood or something with cars driving around all over the place.
Have they
I put this
considered
up-
lighting a ring on fire? Maybe to capture.
I don't know if that's been utilized just yet, but take a look at this. It's up on See It Now. Here's the lion just in a regular residential neighborhood.
Poor thing.
And they're saying it's terrorizing everybody. The lion has no idea what's going on. He is probably so scared, this guy. And
watch a tiny car and 15 clowns pop out.
He looks like he's trying to ring the gate.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. It's an odd sight, but the lion's not doing anything wrong. He's scared, for God's sake. Check that out over on See It Now. Here's the lady Sabrina was talking about on this Delta Airlines flight who wouldn't stop singing religious songs.
She's this Grammy-nominated singer.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she wanted to serenade everybody, except for the flight leader wanted nothing to do with it. Like, stop singing.
I thought he was pretty good at how he handled it with her, like the way he was phrasing everything. Here he is, right? So
they're enjoying it.
He wants her to stop singing.
I'm not enjoying it. So I'm asking you, can you be quiet? That's a yes or no answer, please. Am I going to go to jail if I don't? Can you please answer my question? Are you willing and able to be quiet right now? I'm doing what the Lord is telling me to do. I'm asking you a question, yes or no. I'm your flight leader. I need you to follow my instruction. Okay. My instruction for you to answer my question. Are you able to be quiet? What do you guys think?
She's trying to get the passengers involved.
I'm asking you guys. What do you guys think? Okay. If you're not able to follow my instruction, you will not be taking this flight. Okay. Are you able to be quiet? If that's the case, then that's fine. If you were the person in charge of it all. I'm your flight leader.
He's like, tell me you're not going to sing.
In charge of it all, then that's fine.
All right. Thank you. He should have said, because she said she was doing what the Lord's telling her to do, he should have said, I am the Lord of this flight.
Exactly.
And I am telling you not to.
Listen to this. Now he just walked away.
So I'm singing on the low for y'all in the back.
She still did it.
She's still going for it. She's like, I'm going to sing it real low for you guys in the back. And she starts going anyways. And
then drops
did not
her,
go well.
like the announcement of her album coming out.
It's coming out soon, and she's going to promote it one flight at a time, I guess. Let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. Go get the truck of your dreams at nationstrucks.com. It is waiting for you. Work trucks, lifted trucks, the best trucks around, nationstrucks.com. Central Florida, we are headquartered here, is now welcoming the world's largest bounce house. This thing is massive. It is called Funbox. Funbox is the name of the place.
Call my hoo-ha.
And it's 25,000 square feet. It's absolutely massive, and it is officially the world's largest bounce house. I just wanted to tell you that. We don't have any more time. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, November 13th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this show right here. The Simpsons is correct. The Simpsons episode 22 short films about Springfield made the writers consider doing a Simpsons spin-off. It was going to be called Springfield Stories, which, like the episode, would focus on Springfield in general rather than the Simpsons themselves, which could have been pretty interesting, actually, but they didn't ever get it to the production status. Today I learned it's virtually impossible to die from sinking to the bottom and suffocating if you get trapped in quicksand. So just know that. Be at peace. Be calm. You don't have to worry about quicksand. Today I learned this lady right here.
Gaga.
That's right. Lady Gaga is celibate, this says, because she believes sexual partners will steal her creativity through her vagina. No. I don't know if there's any science to that.
She's so ridiculous, man.
She said, I have this weird thing where I feel like if I sleep with someone, they're going to take my creativity away from me through my vagina.
Well, you know what? Like, it didn't even sound super crazy until she said, through my vagina.
Yeah, the phrasing is strange. Maybe she's right, though. I don't know.
I consider myself a very creative person, and I use mine all the time.
Today I learned this group right here.
go! Beastie Boys.
That's right. In 1983, the Beastie Boys, just being formed, sued British Airways, and won $40,000, which essentially allowed them to fund their first album. That would be $100,000 adjusted for inflation. And that was Cookie Puss. That was the name of their very first record. Didn't take off as much as the follow-up, but
Also creative.
there you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. If you missed any of the show, get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.